Happy Saturday. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to a ghost town of Orbex, Atlanta. Sorry, not Orbex. Imagine Sims, Atlanta. Because we are doing today a Discord group flight. So if you're part of our Discord, come join in on our group flight. And we don't do these very often anymore. It's been a while, actually, since the last one. I honestly can't remember the last time we did a group flight here on the channel. But I figured it'd be a fun thing to do. I have nothing to really showcase today. So I thought it'd be really, really cool to do a group flight. I see Master Copy out there in the distance. Today's flight's going to be Atlanta to Memphis. And I kid you not. I did not. I did not set up this flight. This is like randomly generated using a SimBrief Worlds, a random flight generator. And I simply put in 250 to 350 nautical miles. And I said, one flight, generate one flight. And this is the one flight it generated. I thought for sure we'd get something like international, like in wherever, China, Russia, India, wherever it be. Nope. It does a flight that I've done several times, Atlanta to Memphis. So, it's wild how things work out sometimes, right? Incredibly wild. Let me go ahead and get Flo updated here at the top. Hello, Flo. How are you? King Bob provided this information in Discord, I think it was yesterday. But Flo has been officially updated for Sim Update 6. It's crazy that Asoba just dropped it. There you go. It's good to go, guys. I was part of the beta. But then the A220 came out. I heard there were potentially some issues with that. So I went ahead and got out of the beta just so that I can be fair when it comes to that aircraft and not, you know, overjudge it based on performance and all that jazz. So we will jump into Discord chat as we fly on out here of Atlanta. But for starting off, we're going to just do our normal thing here on the ground. Just hear my boring voice. I'm going to give it some time here because the Discord group flight isn't scheduled to start until 1:30 p.m. Central Time. And we got, I think, King Bob joining us, and we also have Master Copy. I know there were a couple other people who said yes, they're interested and want to join, so we're going to be very patient, and we'll see who can all make it in today's flight. It's a short little hop, about just under 300 nautical miles. I've only done one flight today. And that was there's Master Copy out there in the distance. He's flying the A321. Interesting. I wasn't quite sure. I was kind of tossed up between the the 737 and the 777. But I just recently flown the 777 on 2 or 3 different flights. I was like, well, I haven't flown in the PMDG 737 for a little bit, so might as well hop on in here. Honestly, I should have done the iFly because I haven't been in the iFly for a little bit either. FENIX was just before the 320 launched. Is when I was in the FENIX for a couple flights. Kind of getting used to a side stick again, even though they're different planes, and I understand the 220 flies a little bit differently. Still, nevertheless, just kind of get used to that side stick stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those simmers that I don't care what what plane I fly. I use the same peripherals for all of my aircrafts. And that is right now the Moza AY210. So it's a yoke. And I use that to fly, Airbuses and trying to think of other aircrafts I've flown that doesn't have a side stick. I'm trying to think of some GA stuff. There's got to be some GA stuff I've had to have flown that don't have a yoke in it. There's not a lot of them. I did an A320, so I won't mess up like I usually do. Now, I'm going to hop on to NewSky as well, because I am going to do a NewSky flight. I did one this morning, but this is also going to be a NewSky flight as well, so let's go ahead and get that booked up. Let me bring it up here on the screen so you can check it out for those who are not used to NewSky. You'll be able to see it here on the screen. So there is NewSky in all of its glory. We're going to do a passenger flight. We're fly Lexan, and we're flight number 1700, departing out of Atlanta, going to Memphis. Frederick Smith. We're going to be flying in the, what did I pick? The 800. And then we just hit the book it. Now, I don't start it until we get close to pushing back. So that's when I'll start it going, start the flight. But kind of up to, I think, your decision if you want to do it at any other time. King Bob says, I am over at cargo stand FedExing. So cargo stand is that back over here? No, I think it's on the other side, right? That's over here. Cargo stand. Isn't cargo stand back over here, though? Does the plane spotting thing with Chaseplane spot other traffic? Like, no, it doesn't. I was thinking, does it do multiplayer too? But no, it doesn't. Doesn't, unfortunately. Let's explore real quick. See if we can find the king. Oh, there it is. Here's King Bob. Back over there. He's in the 777. Right back over there. And then Master Copy I saw was back over here. RJ, welcome in. Sadly, I can't... You're stuck at work today? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I thought about changing the time and all that jazz, but really, for me, no time really works. My wife's at work right now. I try not to annoy her too much with streaming while she's home. So, Weird HDR issues. For me or for you? Oh, yeah, for me. Jesus, let's get rid of that. All right, we'll go back to... I'll have the OLED on. I'm messing with... let me see if I can mess with this here now, too. Let's see, delete that jazz. Delete this jazz. And, well, that's just how it's going to be. It's undersaturated now, probably. Let me see if I can adjust that at all. Probably not. Probably not. Nope. Alright, I'll have to figure it out. I'm messing with NVIDIA's filters. I'm using their HD... Or sorry, what's called? It's RTX HDR. Kind of messing with that. I really like it. I think it does make things a little bit more darker for me. But it also seems to mess with the sim streaming as well. With OBS, I should say. With the OBS, I guess that's a little bit better anyways. Steven says, hey, I gotta watch for a bit and then head off to bed. Sorry, Steven, it's so late. I was hoping you'd be able to join today, but I understand it's what, 2:30 a.m. you said? But I'm waiting with SimBrief. SimBrief gave me 2.6 left. 2.6 left. So it should be that way. Again, I do have Beyondatc traffic turned off. So we're just run with live traffic and then us, of course, with the group flight as well. Okay, let's go ahead and kick things off shadowly then. So over here to the tablet, we're gonna go. We're going to grab our SimBrief profile, then to the top, battery on, ground power on, then all the way to the top, nav switches, window heats, and we are cruising up to flight level 300, at least for me. It's been so long since I've done a multiplayer flight that I now question, did they fix any of the multiplayer stuff? I know there were issues with multiplayer before, like players who would like flip in and out. All right, APU, did I hit the button? Yeah, APU is firing on up. Down below we go to the FMC. Next position, grab the GPS, drop it on in there, route, request it, and set payload fuel and select route. We're gonna bring this dude up as well. Go over to ground equipment, change it to jetway. Because I'm leaving on a jetway. We're expecting runway 26 left for departure. And there's our information there. Loaded on in. Let's get Beyondatc rolling. So hello. Atlanta clearance. Hello from Delta 1700. Ready for IFR clearance to Memphis. Yes, I'm flying to 777 today. 777. Juliet.
To Memphis Airport. Asset to departure with the transition then as filed. Climb via C. Departure frequency 133.475, squawk 0212.
How the hell do you go 0? There we go.
Clear to Memphis Airport.
02
departure with the transition.
1.
Climb via SID. Departure frequency
2.
133.475.
There we go.
0212 Delta 1700.
All right, APU is available. Yes. Switch those on. Fuel pumps. Yaw damping. I bring this all the way up to the top, and then let's go on down here. Runway 26 left. Plop that in the box. There it is. Activate, execute. Next page, let's go ahead and request our performance information. 777, one of the best in the sim. I agree. 777 is an amazing aircraft, especially with that new the new FedEx livery that had come out. Well, there's an official one, and then someone made it in the sim for the 777. Very cool. Well, I don't know if they what was it. I don't know if it's for. Is it for the 777 in real life? All right, 300, perfect. Next and 2. So take off 241 on the temps. Take off. Flaps 5. CGs are set. V speeds are set. Departures. NASA 2. Via the Cook transition. Chook transition. And then arrival into Memphis. We're expecting 18 left currently. Via the Vans. And the Wasser. Execute. Next. All right, that's all in the box there. Perfect, grand, beautiful. Everything's looking great. And let's go here and go to ground. Let's clear out that error message. We're going to release the ground power. Joe, welcome in. Yeah, 777 is good. You like the 737? I don't know. I'm not quite sure which one I like most. It kind of depends on the day for me, honestly. Depends on the day. Now, I still have GSX installed, but I actually have disabled it. I've been noticing some weird, I know I can get profiles, I'm just too freaking lazy. It does the whole weird thing where it like pulls you forward, pulls you back, pulls you left and right, and then just kind of figures out its life. It's just, sometimes it just annoys me more than anything. But I have not uninstalled it. I have it installed. I'm not using it for the time being. All right, flight director is on, and let's go ahead and get our flight started with NewSky. NewSky is being tracked. Perfecto. Let's see. I like the 777, my most flown aircraft. Oh, really? Is most... Okay. Bigger is better. Oh, Jesus. Okay, and let's go ahead and bring up flight level 300 in the box here. I go ahead and just put in 210 for the speed. Bam. All right, and let's go ahead and get pushback. Atlanta ground, Delta 1700, ready for pushback and engine start. Can I just say 1700? Face to north. All right, so we're gonna do our pushback guy here. This is a Flow Pro add-on. That's 100% free. Someone made it. Very, very cool. Works very well. I'm going to be late pushing back. Still waiting on the 100 passengers to load. I tried it for just a little bit. I tried the whole GSX, passenger load stuff and the catering and luggage and all. That's just so much time. So much time. I'm a guy that just likes to get going. You know what I mean? I'm a simple folk. All right, pushback tug is connected, really close to us. And let's go up to the top here. APU bleed is on. And engine number 2 starting up. And pushback commencing. Clock. We're going to get the clock police on us. Very good. Looking good. Looking good, feeling great. I noticed that with GSX when I started using the preset pushback options, but once I start using the map to choose pushback... the map. Forgot about that. I forgot about the map. Oh, gotta go down here. I've been flying the 220 so much I forget you gotta add in fuel. Alright, 525. It's so quiet without traffic with Beyondatc. We'll fix that here soon when we jump into chat. Alright, heard the click up to the top. Engine number 1 is next. Watching rotation here. And we should probably be able to make our turn now. This tool works extremely well, though. Extremely well. Fuel. I'm going to go ahead and get tearing. I guess with Flow Pro, or sorry, I use a Flow Pro Pushback 2, and I agree. I like it to get going too. Yeah, I just like to get going. You know what I mean? We will let Lex go first so he can watch us. Yeah, for sure. All right, halt. Who goes there? Release the parking. Or sorry, the tug. Tug-a-lug. I heard the click. Engine number 1 is good to go. Continuous here. Back to both. APU is off and isolation valve is open. APU is off. I think we're golden. Engines are stable. Flaps coming down to 5. Very, very good. Let's see. Probably Foxtrot. Actually, it's going to say 5 November via Foxtrot Echo is my guess. Atlanta ground Delta 1700 ready to taxi to the active. Let's see if that works. Sure does. 5W.
Runway 26 left, taxi via ramp 5.
Where the hell's 5W at?
Foxtrot Echo Delta 1700.
Storm, welcome in. Glad to see you here. Hopefully everything's going great. We got a... what the hell? Air Transanine? Really? Oh. Oh. Hey, it's a 220. Very cool. Our taxi light is turned... oh, hold on. Taxi light's turned on. This plane I have to have different buttons. Alright. Throttle forward. Let's go taxi on out. I know there's like multiplayer proximity chatting you can do in the sim, which is kind of cool. What are we doing? Foxtrot Echo. Foxtrot Echo. So we're on Foxtrot coming up here. This is Foxtrot. Echo's next. And here comes Echo. How many people learned what's the correct Alpha, no, what is it? You know, the Alpha Bravo Charlie thing? How many people learned that because of flight simming? I knew like the basics, probably up to Foxtrot, comfortably. Maybe, no, I probably knew up to Juliet. No, because I know, hold on. I probably knew half of them. I probably knew half prior to, because I played a lot of Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six back in the day. Primarily Ghost Recon, but you know, if you played Ghost Recon, you're like Alpha Team, you know, whatever. It was the Alpha Team, Bravo Team. So like that's how I kind of learned them. But then of course the other half is where I definitely got him in from Flight Sim. What kind of livery is that? That's very nice. Polaris? Is that what you're actually using? Polaris Aviation? Or is that just what Asoba picked out? You're probably using the King Bob one. I think you have a King Bob 777, right? I've been too busy with the weather to watch. Oh, Jesus. Weather been scary? We were supposed to have a big storm today. Jesus, that 777's huge. Look at that. Jesus, folks. I almost thought about picking that plane today. King Bob, you're using the Orbex Atlanta, right? How's the performance? The last version that's out now is 1.0.4, I think. I still have not bought it. I seriously need to upgrade to 2024. 2024. You're still on 2020? Oh, Jesus. King Bob to the cabin crew. Can I get a martini up to the flight deck? I think chat only works in group settings, not all players. Oh, okay. That would make sense. Yeah, because let's have people talking over each other. King Bob says you learned it that way. I learned it from the military master copy says. I learned it from my ATC course before I got into flight simming. Oh, interesting. Oh, you're using the Asobo. Interesting. What happened? Why aren't you using the Orbex Atlanta? My parents are retired Air Force, so that's where I started. Flight sim helped too. Fascinating. It's cool to learn the, the backgrounds of how people, got to learn some of this stuff. Hawaii is about to get hit by a hurricane in an hour or so. Oh, Jesus. Well, stay safe. Performance is fine. With the Orbex or Asobo. I can't use the Asobo one because it doesn't have the taxiways line mapped out for Beyond ATC. Atlanta Tower, Delta 1700, ready to go. Runway 26 left. Orbex, okay. Alright, landing lights and taxi lights are both on. Good, grand, beautiful. Auto throttle set. Alright, we're RNAV to Snoofy. Snuffy? Sounds like some drug stuff. Alright, master copies down the road there. There's King Bob. There's master copy in the A220. We got some dude flying. That's a fast max. Alright, throttle's going up. Stabilize at 60%. And Toga. Let's go flying. I should have gotten a flight to Hawaii to chase a hurricane. I guess it is hurricane season, right? ISO center line, center line. We're on NewSky.
80 knots.
Checked. Rotate.
Rotate.
Gently on the yoke. Ah, Jesus. Ah, Jesus, hold it.
Positive rate.
That's a bit of a crosswind. 13 knot crosswind. Alright, looking good, looking good, looking great. And at 400 feet, we'll go ahead and go to VNAV. VNAV, LNAV enabled. Let the flight director catch up. Alright, autopilot's engaged. RTO is off. Flaps coming up. Gorgeous departure out of Atlanta. King Bob rolling. Master copy's getting to the runway next. And full flaps up. Rocking and rolling. Look at that. That is gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. And Sim Update 6 literally changed the performance for so many people. Looks good, feels great. I'm running with 4X Gen, which is I think why OBS doesn't like it. There's target down below us if you didn't know. Now you do. Alright, how are we looking in the cockpit here? 4,000 feet. Let's bring the map out just a little bit. I'm heavy, bringing goods to Memphis. The goods to Memphis. Is it better to get Msfs 24 on Xbox or I would do the Steam version. I personally would do the Steam version. I hate the Microsoft Store. I really do. Really, really do. So okay, so because of the security that Microsoft has with the store, they lock down some of the folders. And in order to delete them, you have to go in and change permissions. That's a whole ordeal. Whereas with Steam, you can just delete a folder. You know, you install a game, you uninstall the game, you delete a folder. If it doesn't, good to go, right? But for some reason, with I guess shouldn't say for some reason, but Microsoft Store has its additional lockdown features. So Steam is where it's at for sure. And people like had issues before with the Microsoft Store deleting saves and all that. So that's why I say Steam's better, in my personal opinion. All right, coming up on 10,000 feet. We'll jump in chat here in just a few seconds, or a few minutes. I gotta step away for what? I gotta step away for a couple seconds and feed the cat again. King Bob there. There's our PN. And master copy somewhere in this mess. Look at the planes here, though. I think it was brilliant for Asobo to get rid of some of the servers. I know some people were pretty mad about it, but they got rid of the West server, and then they got rid of a different server as well. But it helped combine things, you know what I mean? It helped combine some things. Alright, I'm going to step away for just a few seconds here, feed the cat, and then we'll jump into Discord, so be right back. Alright, looking fantastic here as we continue our climb out of Atlanta. We got Bob there. Master Copy, did you make it off the ground? There's Master Copy right there. You can see him just barely through it. I saw RMP for a second. Or what is it? RPN? I think it was RPN. I saw you for a second. Alright, we're going to go down here. Oh, it's back over here. Click this button here. That's going to silence a little bit of the noise in the cockpit. Yep, Master Copy said he's good. Alright, let's go hop into Discord. Bob. Can you hear me, Bob? Or anyone else who would like to join us, we are live in Discord, voice Discord, so feel free to join on in. Come have a chat with us in the Discord. It shall be a good time. Potentially. Let's see what we got here. 260 nautical miles to go as we continue our departure. You know, I've noticed something weird. I think it was with this last update for... with Sim Update. Well, unless it was a Flow update. Now that I'm trying to think about it, because I know that I ran into an issue. I've been running issues where if I click on my second monitor and zoom in, it will, like, you know, zoom in and out. And it's not as good. I don't know, something weird with that. Standard pressure. What happened? Hey, Bob.
That's me.
That's me. How's Bob doing? How's things there in New Jersey?
It is fantastic. You got me flying on a most gorgeous day here, which I should be outside, you know, taking care of my health, but I'd rather be flying.
Anyone would rather be flying. So it's nice and sunny there in New Jersey?
Like 80 degrees, low humidity. I can't complain. So.
Oh, man. We got, it's super humid outside. It's 80 degrees out. It's rainy. It's cloudy. Yeah, it's pretty crap. It's a great day to fly today here in the Chicagoland. It was supposed to be 100%. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, see, if I click out, it's so weird. If I click out off my screen, it will zoom in and out. It's weird. I don't understand.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 135.0.
Is that beyond?
American 29.
Oh, that's the intentions, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm using your favorite.
Say intentions. How is the traffic doing with FSI?
It's pretty decent. It's not too bad. I like it because I don't like to sit here and talk to the computer and don't hear live people around me. So that's why I use it.
Yeah, I remember when they first launched the local, not local traffic, but I guess they always kind of had like recordings, but it was cool when they added the whole like making it more immersive and open to, and then you can also set it to like certain areas too, so like you didn't, only people that were on tower you would hear instead of just, you know, all kinds of random crap. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still, you can, you know, you tailor it to what you want to, you know, you want to hear. And that's what I do. And now they just did the, now you can print out all your numbers and all that stuff now. So.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty cool. It just pops up on your screen that, you know, during each phase of the flight, which is pretty cool.
I think
here's my take. And Lex, you know me, I like SAI, but I honestly think the Beyond ATC with Flight Radar 24 traffic is better.
Really, that's interesting to hear. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just saying.
Just saying. I've watched a little bit of videos. I don't pay attention enough to it, but with the flight radar stuff, it like changed the entire game of traffic, in my opinion. Not just with Beyond ATC, but also if you just use FSLTL's injection, like it is just incredible to open up a real radar, you know, on Flight Radar 24 and see that actual plane very close to where it is in the sim. It's just really cool.
Yep. And one thing I'm trying to, I have a buddy that he's getting into this basically. And I just taught him the
that's
777
dangerous.
the other day. So he's doing long haul flights. He's using Beyond ATC for the traffic, but he's not using ATC. So he flew a flight today. And of course, when he was landing, the traffic was coming the opposite way. I'm like, that's probably because Beyond ATC told you, hey, your landing runway is now this.
Yep.
So he was like, what? They can do that? I'm like, yeah, they can.
It'd be nice. I'm sure maybe when Beyond ATC launches at 1.0, whenever that is, I wouldn't expect it anytime this year, maybe next year, because I think they're doing that when VFR reaches phase 3. But it'd be interesting to see if they can add in the runway change later, because right now once it decides your approach, that's the runway you're getting. And if there was a change in the weather between the approach, between the time it tells you that, you know, what your approach is going to be and your landing, you're kind of screwed. And that's why we have those runway changes, you know, that are inconsistent sometimes.
And that was my point to him. If you're going to fly, because he was flying from Newark to like, you know, Barcelona. And I'm like, well, yeah, SimBrief is going to give you what the weather was at that time. But
an hour could be a big difference.
Exactly. So got to take that into consideration.
Yeah. And, you know, like Beyond will also have outdated METAR because it gets a different source than, you know, what Asobo has in the sim and whatnot. So you have those issues as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all behind. He asked me, he goes, do you use, you know, ATC? I'm like, sometimes. I mean, I like SI, I like Beyond ATC, but sometimes I just don't want to deal with it. I just want to fly. So it's like.
Yeah. I don't know if I
haven't turned my Beyond ATC on in a minute.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a while. I've been with SI for a minute now, so I haven't went back to Beyond. I tried it out when they switched over to Flight Radar. I tried it out, and then I just stopped, and then went full-fledged SI.
Is it because of like all the additional stuff, like the cabin crew and all that jazz that sells you on it, or do you feel like the
vectors?
All of that is
pretty, because you get all of that. I like it because you get all of that stuff. So you get, you know, you can, when you speak to the, you know, your passengers and all that. That's all. I like all that immersion stuff. You know, stuff that Beyond didn't really give me.
Yeah, and they're never going to.
And one thing I find is most times I get better vectoring via SI than I do with Beyond for some reason. Beyond has been weird of late when it comes to vectoring, and I don't know if it's just me, but I think Jay mentioned it the other day too, that it was kind of like, hey, what the heck is going on here? But
So
I don't know.
when those things happen, is it weird vectors like it overshoots or undershoots, or is it like the whole like turn heading 125 and then turn heading 135?
That's exactly it.
Okay,
And it's
okay.
like, okay, what's it? But again, I'm not on the experimental build either, so I don't know if maybe not the experimental, but there's the unreleased version, and then there's the other version. I guess
Early
so I'm not sure.
early access, yeah.
None of them are perfect, but here's the one thing. And I'm hoping Beyondatc gets there, is that with VFR, like in real life, VFR is not. You don't have to file a flight plan, and that's what they're pushing right now. Hopefully, they get to that point, which
They're going to. They
satisfy
said
that via SI exactly. But,
yeah.
They
said that's the plan down the road. The issue right now is traffic, because it builds your traffic based on your flight plan, and they're trying to find a way so that you can just request it and the traffic will build around your flight plan. Like I understand, like it's like it's funny because like both products went different directions from the get-go, where Beyondatc was IFR and Santentions was VFR. And then they both flopped to, cater to different communities. SI realized that there wasn't enough VFR pilots. So like, okay, the IFR pilots are going to be the ones going to pay us money for the subscription, including myself when I was with them. And now Beyondatc is like, okay, we got the IFR people. Let's see if we can get the VFR people in now.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I just, like I said, half the time not half the time, 80% of 90% of the time when I, fire up the sim, I'm using one or the other for traffic, and I don't even pay attention to the ATC. Now I don't pay a whole load of money for SI just for that factor. Thankfully, I'm able to afford that, but I could understand where Beyondatc, fits that niche because it's a one-time fee and you're done type deal. But I don't know. So I'm weird like that. Sometimes I don't want to have to talk to people. Kind of, an extrovert when it comes to that. So, or an introvert, actually, the other word exactly. So I don't really want to talk to AI or ATC or anything like that. But
Yeah, when I'm definitely when I'm not streaming, I don't ever talk to it. I just have the auto response for all of it. And for me, like, I fly too much, but I can't right now, I personally can't justify a subscription for something that I use mostly as background noise when I'm flying.
Like to put it, background noise.
Yeah, it literally is, because you're hearing traffic talk, you're hearing some switch over to this frequency, whatever, and it's doing it automatically because Beyondatc's auto response, whatever, and so it's like, I don't know why I would want to pay $20 or whatever it is, to hear background noise when I could just pay the one time I do now. It's the reason why I don't do the premium voices with Beyondatc. It's because it's all background noise.
The funny part is with the background noise, before all this ATC stuff, I used to load up like if I was flying to Newark, for instance, I would load up. You can find the actual ATC that's going on.
I did that too. Yeah,
I used to do that all.
There's also
background noise.
There's a program called I think it's FS Chatter, and it has historical radio frequencies based. I don't remember if it was like airport specific or if it was region specific, but that was like one-time purchase, and it would just randomly put out communications. And I thought it was kind of cool just to have, again, background noise.
It's cool. I mean, it just, I guess when it comes to the immersion, that's what we're kind of all, trying to, obviously, we're sitting in front of our computers trying to be immersed in the, it's like.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So, hate saying that, but.
Well, it really is. And we're very fortunate to have what we have in terms of options. We have 3 major options when it comes to, we can include the default ATC if we really want to, but I'm not going to. In terms of third-party add-ons, we have 3 major options that all work really well.
What you say right there, we are blessed with options 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's like none of them are perfect, but they can all fit into a niche that if you want that to, I mean, you could use that to actually learn how to, to speak to ATC, or maybe if you want to take the leap and go to VATSIM, which I tried once and I will never go back to because I don't like talking to real people. So
Yep.
you guys are different, so
Yeah.
VATSIM has me every time I'm on VATSIM, I'm sitting there sweating bullets because I'm afraid I'm going to mess up and crash into another plane or
Which is
taxiing wrong.
It's so funny because like you could just disconnect. Like all of us know we can just disconnect. We're not there real people, in real life, but we don't want to do that because we're like, well, hell, now they know my name.
Yep.
the first time I ventured out to VATSIM, stupid me, I was in it. It was like an event night. It was like a Canada event night.
No.
From Toronto to wherever, and I went from I know how to fly my plane, and it was probably the FENIX, to not being the drooling idiot, literally not knowing what to click on, what to do, and I'm like, I totally did not pay attention to the SID. And the air traffic controller was like, hey, you were supposed to. I'm like, oh, you know what?
Whoops.
I wanted to do that disconnect, but I went through it. But it was very, I don't know, it's just something, I don't know, it's something very nerve-wracking to me to have to talk to real people.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons.
Levels.
Yeah, the stress levels for sure. Keith, welcome in. I didn't see you there earlier, but welcome on in. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah. I learned ATC by listening to lots of liveatc.net and watching YouTube videos. That's how I understood ATC to the basic extent. VFR is still a whole different beast for me still. I have to get back into learning that one, especially when it comes to Beyond ATC and trying to figure out that stuff. But then when SI went over to IFR stuff and got better with it, that's where I started getting interested more into ATC. I was like, okay, I can do this. This is pretty simple stuff. Just repeat back what they say. Who you are, where you want to do, what do you want to do, and there you go, good to go. And being able to do the real life procedures in the sim when it comes to ATC is so cool.
Yeah, I agree, and to your point, it's as simplistic as basically, and I don't want to use that SI say intentions, but that's basically what you're doing. You're saying your intentions. That's what it's basically. But there's that whole, I mean, there was a point where I wanted to actually got into this, and I was like, I'm gonna go out and do my PPL and all that good stuff, but then I realized how much that was on. My wife's like, yeah, no way. Too many expensive hobbies as it is, but I figured some of these tools like SI and Beyond ATC would help you, you'd have a leg up when you went there because you kind of knew what, phraseology, so to say.
Yeah, exactly. What was it? There's that, what's it called, Tower Simulator or something like that ATC,
Yes.
Yeah, there's that. Like, I feel like I would probably be very comfortable in jumping into that, being in the opposite role. And I don't think it'd be that big of a learning curve in terms of what to say. It'd be more of like figuring out the puzzle pieces, how to move traffic around and all that jazz, and give people the clearance.
Good way to put it. It's like a puzzle.
I remember when I went to the expo, and I know Bob was there, and my father-in-law, we walked past the VATSIM area, and so I pointed and I said, hey, these guys are, like, I pretend to be a pilot in the sim, these guys are pretending to be ATC. And he's like, what, do people do that? I'm like, yeah. So we went closer there, we looked on their screens, you see the radar, and he's like, holy crap, this is incredible. This is really cool to see the other half of flying.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
I just think that's too much for me. ATC, for me to do it, nah. I would sit here. I would have to buy like another 3 monitors just to sit here and figure it all out.
Yeah, I would never want to do it, but I think like I've always thought about trying the Tower Simulator one just for funs and kind of see how it is. But I don't know if I'll ever do it.
Honestly, you should.
I should?
Now watch. Tomorrow I'll go out and get it and then be sitting there on that now.
Exactly. Another little addiction we have.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Keith says my Moza money is gone. Upgraded my PC, was having some troubles at first, but now with Sim Update 6, everything is dialed in and locked at 90 FPS. Very nice. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Sim Update 6, whatever they did from the last time I tried one of the beta versions with Sim Update 6 to the final release, they did some magic. I don't know if they're using AI or something to do some better coding, but wow, Sim Update 6 definitely has a much smoother feel to it.
Secret sauce. That's what I like to call it. It's
Yeah.
a secret. Whatever they've done on the back end, you're exactly right. Because like my buddy I was talking about earlier, he's noticed the same thing. He's doesn't have as high end of a PC, but he goes, all of a sudden the sim just seems to run smoother. And I'm like, yep.
Well, one thing they did with Sim Update 4, I think it was they adjusted the LOD stuff when it comes to panning, because people were having issues when you panned, it would, stutter. So what they did is they changed the way... Sorry, incorrect. No. They changed the LOD to help with overall FPS consistency, so your 1% were going to be better. The side effect was that when you turn left and right, when you panned around in the cockpit, now the LOD is loading in additional detail. I think they must have found like the happy medium between the two of them.
Delta 1700, expect Vance tree with the Wazer transition, runway 18 left.
All right, 18 left is what I'm getting for arrival.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, because that draw in that you would see when you would pan or just switch views, I don't think it's as pronounced as it was before.
Yeah, and I'm hearing people on console also having a better performing experience as well within the sim. One of the things that they've changed, this goes back to Flight Sim 2020 even, where, and I understand the complexity behind this, because you got several thousand different setups you can have on the PC, and then you have the Xbox consoles, right? And to try to make everyone happy on the same type of platform is very, very difficult. So I remember when Flight Sim 2020 first launched and we saw the clouds and how incredible the clouds were, and then they dropped the quality of the clouds. Even though you might have an Ultra on your system, they're still not as good as they used to be. Well, that was because we need to make sure that everything's balanced out for the console users as well. In Flight Sim 2024, I think it's had the same kind of effect, not with the clouds, but this time with the photogrammetry, or I should say the terrain LOD more so. And I think they found a way to fix that as well.
I'm kind of... I mean, I understand, hey, we got to get this out to the console users, blah, 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 bigger user base, more money to line our pockets type deal. But I think it kind of hurts the PC generation in the end, because I think, I don't want to act like, hey, PCs are, the master race, basically. But they're better than, they're better than a PS5 or an Xbox.
Yeah, by far. But the problem is, and we'll never know the number because, Microsoft and Asobo are quiet on it, but I would have to bet most of the big money for Asobo comes from the console users, buying all the third-party stuff from the marketplace. Whereas PC users, we have a bunch of different platforms we can buy it from that give no cut to Asobo whatsoever. And
you know what? I never thought of it that way, and that brings up a good point. Yep, because you're going console, you're tied to the store. PCs, Contrail, Orbex,
Mm-hmm. Yep. And like for someone like me, I primarily buy outside the store because faster updates. We're seeing that with the A220. Think about AnyBuilds. If it was in the AnyBuilds manager right now, or Any Manager, whatever it's called, we would have had so many updates already flowing out. Flowing out. Get it? Terrible pun. All right, King Bob, you're ahead of me. Master copy.
Oh, because of 220 or a 7777, it's king.
It's king. All right, let's see. Are we all getting 18 left?
Yeah, 18 left.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Yep, 18 left for me too.
He says 4080 16 gig isn't fully maxed out yet. High texture quality, very nice. You're using dynamic LOD now. Ooh, interesting. And nobody has a home cockpit Xbox set up. Yeah, that's fair. Nobody definitely has a home cockpit for the Xbox. That'd be awful.
Yeah, I've been maxing out at 6 times with the frame gen with the 5090 basically, because I can basically, and I'm pretty damn happy with it.
Do you feel that the 6X has a bigger impact on latency?
I thought so, and I was going to use that as an excuse for my poor landings and maintaining center line, but at times I will basically turn off frame gen, and I'm still as bad as I normally am.
I love your honesty. I would have made a cover up with all of that.
It's all frame gen's fault.
Yeah.
I know. I hate numbers, but I love numbers. And when I see like the huge FPS number, even though they're fake frames, I'm like, yeah, that's what I spent my money on. So
Yeah,
like...
yeah. I'm the same way. I use 4X. I can easily use 6X. There is definitely a higher latency, and where I see it the most isn't so much on the control of the aircraft. It's panning. Like, if you just pan a little bit, you'll get used to it because your mind plays tricks with you. But when you pan left or right, there's a slight delay when you move your mouse. And that's where I noticed it mostly with 6X. For 4X, I don't notice it as much, but it's probably because I've gotten used to it over the past year.
Yeah, I may dump it down from 6X just because I've seen improvements with this sim, just to, maybe control some of that. But I'm pretty happy. I'm hoping we get to a point where, hey, you can run basically 60 frames per second, type deal.
Well, you can.
You don't
just
have to worry about frame gen, and it you know what I mean. It's like, but no, it depends. Once you start throwing, traffic and heavier airports like Newark or Atlanta, then it's like you ain't getting 60.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, you can get 60 if you want to be in a Cessna 152, in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin.
Sure, nothing wrong with that. I'm flying that award thing that
Irishman
put out there.
Yeah.
172. Talk about snooze fest, but it's fun.
It's something different, and I think that sometimes you need that in the sim. Like Jay Russ, he was using APL all the time, and I told him how I jumped from a career mode just kind of free flying now, and he's like, "Oh, that's crazy." And all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, he's trying it. He's like, "Well, this is great. I love doing this." And it's just, sometimes we get too accustomed to what we're doing, and sometimes we grind even though we don't need to grind. It's nice just to try something completely different and experience, low to the ground and slow kind of flying, and enjoy the beauty that we have with Flight Sim.
It is fun. I have to say, it is fun to go back and get back to what I call the basics of flying. I mean, I'll do stupid things like, hey, I'm going to not even use a GPS and just do VOR navigation. And it's like, okay, how do I do this again? And then just get back into the whole basics of, flying at 100 knots basically and cruising treetop 1,500 feet above the ground. It's kind of neat, but
yeah,
again, it's different when you're cruising at, my ground speed is 408 right now compared to like 100 when I'm at 172. So
yeah. Night and day.
Wait, Keith said he uses Atmos Core.
Yes, Keith uses Atmos Core.
I was going to use that. I was going to get that.
I was using it when it first came out to 2024. Comparing it to Atmos, what was the other app? What's the one in 2020 called? Atmos something. Atmos, whatever it's called. Anyways, the 2020 version I felt was better because it gave you more control options. Core is good because it does adjust the atmosphere colors, and if you get the right preset. King Bob's doing something crazy, and
what am I doing?
I saw. Oh, there you go. You're back. Okay, we just must have had a weird. That's your 4-gen or X 6X kind of. It's messing with the sim, King.
Yeah. I see it now. Yeah.
We doing like a dance up there or something. What's going on?
I thought you were like slewing for a second. I was like, what's going on? Let's see. Atmos gives Msfs the X-plane atmosphere look. Oh, really interesting. I haven't used it for a while. I don't know. I've kind of gotten into that whole Irishman less is more. Like I don't run with a career mode. Oh, lost multiplayer. I don't run with what's it called? I was about to say something else. I'm not using GSX right now, but I was for a little bit. I disabled what's that that Copilot one I was using called?
FSFO or something like that?
Yeah.
FSTL? No,
FS, yeah, FSFO.
FSTL.
Stop using that. I just, I don't know. The planes, the airports, and then outside that, it's like, we'll see. Other than, like ATC with Beyondatc or whatever you use, but I'm happy with that. And then you also got to worry about, like, when you keep adding in stuff, you have the chance of causing more issues with the sim. You're bottlenecking your sim even more with all this injection. Depending on what it's using, Sim Connect. I've had with Moza, where you have Moza, Beyondatc, NewSky all going in the background. They're all using Sim Connect. The pipe's getting, loaded up, and it can't give you the performance you want out of the sim anymore.
Well, I mean, to put it in the simplest terms, just basically empty out your community folder and load up the sim. Look how quick it loads.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even though it's
night and
quicker
day
than it was in 2020.
Yeah.
Because everything was stored locally and now everything is streamed. But it's still it's still night and day difference.
It's surprising that they don't. I wonder why they don't do this. So it obviously every time you load into the sim, it reads your community folder, and you can see on there how many, it tells you how many files you have in the community folder. And why doesn't it, I don't know, cache those files? Well, see, but if you delete something, then it's not going to know. Okay, never mind. Contradict my own argument. I was thinking if the way to load it up faster would be to, have it already preloaded, pre-saved in the system. But if you remove stuff, it's not going to know that, because it would have to recheck it again anyways.
Yeah, I used to be a child of, okay, hey, look, and I got this from another famous streamer out there who lives in the Great White North.
Whoa. Are you saying I'm famous?
Not you.
That's all I heard out of all of this. Another famous. I'm like, well, I'm famous.
Back in 2020 days, I would, if I was flying from Newark to Chicago, I would only load up the assets I needed for Newark and Chicago.
Okay, yeah.
Because I thought 2020 ran better if they didn't have everything loaded up. I don't do that anymore. I have like 270 some odd things in my add-on linkers thing that are constantly loading up. So
yeah, I don't use add-on linker. I never did. I understand why. I totally get it. Why you would do that, especially if you don't have a higher end system. If you have a mid or low level system, it definitely is a faster way to load in the system. It also, like, for example, if you're flying into, let's say, Chicago, let's say you're going into O'Hare, but you have 4 other airports, add-on airports, but you don't need them to load into the system because all you're going to do is land at O'Hare. So that, it's a great way to help with the resources within the system. But again, that's if you have
that was Captain Canada's thinking back in the day, especially like consider like the Newark, the JFK, and the LaGuardia, and
all packed in.
Those are all heavy airports.
Yep.
So if you have every single, and you're only flying into Newark, why load up resources? Or it kind of made sense, but honestly, now and again, I'm coming from a system that's a 9800 X3D and a 5090. It should be able to handle all that, but it is flight sim. So
that it's cool that we as simmers, it's a good and bad thing that Flight Sim 2020 and 2024 have become benchmarks for a lot of systems now. If you watch a lot of different channels that benchmark a CPU or GPU, typically Flight Sim's in there, and it shows you the performance out of it, and that's because Asobo has finally kind of figured out the best thing they could do with their engine to make it so that it works consistent on different systems, depending on obviously the specs of those systems. And we're talking about both 2020 and 2024.
Yeah, good point. I mean, Flight 2024 and even 2020 is like old school. Do you remember the game Crisis?
Yeah, the old Crisis test.
Like,
yep.
Hey, what do you need? What kind of? you could never have a P. I guarantee a modern day PC probably still can't run Crisis at 60 frames a second. Like, it was always like the benchmark. Hey, if it can run Crisis, it's good. So,
yeah. So, like with, the thing with Flight Sim is, sure, yeah, it's not loading the entire world when you're flying that very second. It's loading when it needs to load in to get you going, and then it's, slowly loading things in the background. But it's how it streamlines all that information into the system and how it's trying to be as optimized as possible to make that all happen. Where I think it could, where I personally think it is a great benchmark tool to use for pilots who are viewing VFR flying and 2D flying.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. And you to your point, you see that a lot, like hardware on boxes aside, things like that when they're benchmarking, CPUs or GPUs, there's always a, hey, Flight Sim 2024 is in there to see,
Yeah, 100%. I wonder why this this filter stuff is so goofy. Let me move that one.
I want to try that filter stuff. I saw an article come through my Google feed about, hey, don't turn HDR on in your system. Use the HDR filters inside of the NVIDIA app. So I've been wanting to try that.
There are some pluses and minuses to it. The big plus is that it, in my opinion, it does seem to be a lot darker. Like blacks are blacker, whites are whiter, and like sometimes what I'll notice is if you just use Windows as HDR, sometimes a black, kind of that mix in between color. I know it's technically gray, but it looks too gray in the sim, whereas in real life it'd be more darker, more blacker. And I think that's where it helps a lot. Now, the con of it all is the fact that it does take up a bit of performance from your system. But
yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
With your Monster 5090, you should be all right. Your NASA system.
He's got money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll thank my wife for that. Just saying. Oh, hopefully she's not listening.
That's slightly better. Still too blue though. I wonder why.
Tell you what, I'm very thankful for Micro Center and their trade-in policy with GPUs, because that was helpful.
Yeah, I think I shared my story about that. When I did my trade-in, I was going to at least trade in at Micro Center, but so my Micro Center is like 45 miles away from me, and went there to get a 5080, had my 4080 with me, do the trade-in. They tested it, and it didn't work. My 4080 didn't work. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? Did I break it on the way here? Did it short out? What happened? Did they break it? So I was like, well, hell, it might be broken, so I have to buy one anyways now. So I got the 5080, got home, plugged in the 4080 to see if it worked, and it worked flawlessly. I'm like, okay, so their bench was broken, which made me feel better. On the plus side of everything, I ended up selling it on eBay for an extra $300 than what Micro Center was going to give me. So
yeah,
worked out.
I mean, the trade-in thing is nice, but to your point, you can get, if you're going to sell it on your own, you're going to get a better, because Micro Center is going to, give you the least amount that they possibly can for that trade. It's just like anything else. You take your car to to the dealership to trade, and they're just going to give you enough for you to that type of deal. But I'm thankful that they have that program, because I'm able to, since I constantly use Micro Center for my purchases, they have my records, so they can
Yep.
But
see, I got to ship mine all the way back to Chicago.
Oh shoot.
I just not a plug, but I use what is it, Alexander PCs.
Okay, yeah.
So I use them, and I never had a problem with them. Usually I just ship the whole computer to them, and then they just ship it right back.
That's nice.
Oh, it makes it a lot easier to, you don't have to deal with all the errors or issues of building and all that. I don't know why. It's so weird.
Good afternoon. Leaving 13,000 feet. Descending via Vance tree.
I really hate OBS. Steven took off. Sorry, Steven. Didn't see that until late. Airborne Geek is called Realistic.
Do you run OBS on a second PC, or is it just off your main PC?
No, my primary. I was going to, but then I got to get a capture card. It's too much work. It's like too much energy to do all that stuff. It does use, you know, like OBS is using 6% of my CPU right now. Max up to 8%, it seems like. So it does use a little bit of my system, which when I'm streaming, you know, my performance isn't as good as I would like it to be, but
you got a pretty good system, and you know, you got, you know, high-end Intel and what, 5080 running 5080, yeah. So it's, you know.
Yeah, you know, it works fine. I'm always chasing for the best, and I love to get back into 64 gigs of RAM, but at the price it is right now, it's crazy to consider that. The only way I would do it is if I end up returning the Moza, or using my return at Micro Center to return the Moza, because then I'd get $900 back, and I can buy a new yoke, and then I'd have some money to buy a RAM. Be the only way I do it.
I wanted to get another 4 terabyte NVMe, but and I purchased all my stuff before everything went like sky high.
And I'm
like, I'm not paying like $1,300 for 4 terabyte NVMe. I'm like, yeah, ain't happening.
Nope.
He's got money. There you go.
16 DDR4, 13600 to 64. Holy crap! Yeah, that is serious money. No more 70 LOD. Dang. All right, landing lights, taxi lights are on.
Have any of you increased the TOLOD and OLOD after SU6? Because I heard that there's, you know, benefits to doing that and not the downfalls of it. The you know, the chipping away of the FPS. I typically run 100. I don't really go any above that unless I'm running, you know, doing GA stuff.
So one thing I noticed is at 100, the terrain looks like, you know, not as good, not as crisp. You see right now it's not as crisp. It's at 150 for me right now, though. And the lower you go, the higher the resolution is going to get for the TLOD. So I'm now at 150 and it works fine. I haven't tested a 200 or anything yet.
I think I'm running 200 on mine.
Okay.
I may have to bump it up, yeah. Because I heard with the SU6, people have been seeing marked improvements in that, so I'm curious to see.
It's always like thing to mess with. Like, you know, like, okay, so yeah, you get better performance now, but then you jump it up and then you go back to the performance you had with Sim Update 5.
Right. And I mean, you think about it, we mostly fly airliners, so we're flying, what, at 35,000, 40,000 feet?
Yeah.
Who really cares if the TOLOD or OLOD is, you know, at 400 or whatever the max is? Because you're not seeing any, you know what I mean? It's like, what's the point?
As long as you can just look out the cockpit here and be like, ah, it looks pretty nice, looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
When you get close to the ground, then yes, I could see where you're going to get the benefits of that.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not quite sure at what point it loads in more detail for the photogrammetry, or the satellite imagery I should say, because I'm just passing 9,000 and it still kind of looks blurry.
Yeah, I'm already down to 6, and at that note, I'm going to take a bio break because I'm going to be getting ready here for short finals.
Short finals?
Short. Oh yeah. Yep, it is a short one coming up. Let me slow down, because I might hit you, Lex.
See where are you at? Where are you at here? 6 nautical miles out from me, okay. Reduce 210. Got it. Let's see. Keith says 900 off. Oh yeah, $900 off. That's pretty good. Try dynamic LOD. Set each altitude and no. Wait, you can set altitude in dynamic LOD. Is that new? I didn't know you can do that.
I didn't know you can do that.
All right, I'll check that out after landing here. I'm curious. I didn't know it. That you're not talking about in auto FPS, are you, Keith? You're talking about in the defaults? Yeah. See, now it looks much better. So it's got to be, for me, 150. It looks like it's under 8,000 feet. Then it loads in better quality on the ground.
normal speed, Delta 1700.
What am I getting
King
now?
back.
King.
King must be on the ground already.
Nope.
Not quite. I'm getting. I love this phase of the flight where you get all these vectors and discontinuities toward the end of it, and then you got to piece together that puzzle. Where
Yeah.
you're going to have a stable approach. I love figuring that out. I used to be a child of, hey, I'm just going to try to, remove every discontinuity and vector, and hopefully it works. And sometimes it does. And
Oh, I used to do that too.
exactly.
And then I got into
Children of the magenta line. Exactly.
yeah.
It's like,
And then I got into like ATC, and it's like, well, I can't do that no more because they're going to vector you the way they
exactly.
drunk beyond ATC or crazy SI, whatever happens.
I love that drunk ATC or BATC logo you got.
It's been other than the weird 120 and then a minute later 125. Other than that kind of weird sporadic stuff, the vectors itself, the final vectors, have been freaking incredible for me.
Are you on the?
We should all be on the same now. Experimental is the same as the early access now.
So they don't have the. Okay, I was gonna say it's.
But this morning flight, it was incredible. When you first put in the heading, it's almost like, well, hell, now you're like way over undershooting me. But then you make the final turn, once the plane rolls out, and it's like, holy shit, it was like perfect. Like if I would have done it myself, I would have been way off. He says it's a different app, not auto than what's the name of the app, Keith? I'm not going to use it because I got rid of auto FPS for now, but I'm satisfied with what I have. I thought it was built in. I was like, geez, that's cool. I'm not sure why Osobo hasn't built it in. All right, 18 left.
I can set myself up here.
Runway 18 left.
All right, so I'm going to exit to the right.
1700, leave exit heading 225, expect
I still dream of the day when I'm flying on a real commercial airline and they say, "Hey, we've had problems with the pilot and the first officer. Is anything on to fly a plane?" And I'll raise my hand, and my wife will probably slap it right back down.
Yeah, I'll be the
Sob.
quiet person, be like, I don't know anything about planes. Planes?
See, I'll be the one like, yep, that'd be me. I can do it. I can do it.
Me too. I think I can do it.
I think. All right, so it gave me heading 225 after whatever this one is, Hexen. And so I think it's undershorting me, but I bet you once the rollout happens, it's going to be like perfect. Or find out, see if I'm talking a bunch of crap. What airport is this?
Either that or Beyondatc's having one too many martinis today.
All right, King, you're 4 nautical miles out from me. I was going too fast. And master copies, we're all within like 4 or 6 nautical miles from each other. All right,
Yeah,
making
I'm
my
starting to
turn.
Slow it down here for my flaps 5 setting. I do a weird thing. I do range rings. I do like a 6, a 10, and a 15 to give me, spatial awareness of where I am. Hey, when I have to have my flaps down, when do I have to have my gear down, all that good stuff. It's just, I'm
Interesting.
old,
I'm old.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I see King to my left there.
Yep. Yeah, this is a damn good vector. It was 225, then it corrected it to 215. And it's like spot on to the final connection here for the ILS.
Is Memphis a big FedEx hub or something like that?
It is the FedEx hub.
That makes sense.
It's Memphis is the main hub. Indianapolis is their secondary, along with Alaska, Anchorage.
Oh, that's why those Anchorage flights out of in NewSky pay big bucks when you fly out of there
Yep.
for some reason.
Yep, I'm getting heading 225.
225. You with and with SI. Okay, nice. So we got the exact same head. That's interesting. Who's stealing from who now? Okay, looking good. Looking good.
I'm coming up on about 10 miles, or about maybe 12 miles from the runway.
No setters on ground at heavy airports and 300 LOD at cruise. 300 LOD? Jesus.
Delta 1700,
Man.
airport 12, o'clock 15 miles.
We have the
Field in
Delta
sight.
1700.
I got a Bob in sight. A master copy in sight, I think still.
Cleared visual
Yeah, I'm making that turn now.
Delta 1700.
I see you guys.
Got a train of planes coming in.
Train of planes. I like that.
All right, let's go flaps 1.
I like trains though. So trains, planes, automobiles. You know. it is
Oh,
what it is.
fantastic movie. I used to do, when Microsoft had their train simulator way back in the day, I used to do that. That was fun.
I got hardware for the train sim.
Oh, do you?
I was gonna
It's-
buy that, and then I was like, "Is it like really fun though?" Like, wow.
The sim
It's
is
like I was gonna buy
fun.
the bus simulator.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
bus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another good one.
All of us simmers, we just like anything that, you know, it's simulated with when it comes to like vehicles.
It's like American Truck Simulator. I was playing that for a while, but then I got kind of bored of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It happened way too quick for me. I thought it was going to be like
Yeah.
the new thing. I
And
think
it
it's
was not 1-to-1 neither. So it was
yeah.
kinda
I think that was what kind of turned me off too. Like going from a sim where you literally have to fly the full thing.
Contact tower.
Like I get it with trucking though. That's a
1700 CU.
you know 10 hours of driving is
I'd
kind of a
rather-
lot.
yeah, I'd rather pick- if it was a 1-to-1, something like that, where it's like, okay, it takes me 14 hours to get from point A to point B when I have to go to sleep for like, 4 or 5 hours. That's more realistic to me. I'm driving like 4 or 5 hours. Let me go lay down in my real bed and then come back where I left off at with the truck parked in the parking lot.
You know what's funny? I got into ATS before I got into the flight sim, and mostly
Same here.
because I come home from a very stressful day at work. I just wanted to basically drive and listen to music.
Ah, yeah. Yep, I get it.
Same here. Same here. And then I went into what is that? The racing one. What was it called?
iRacing?
iRacing. I started doing that,
Ooh.
but I couldn't win nothing to save my
Yeah,
life.
that I'd be too intimidated by that.
Isn't that like cutthroat iRacing?
I think I won like out of all the races. I think I might have won like one race.
Seeing welcome in.
And then trying to get all the license and then pay for the cars. I was like, no, this is too much.
Right. We are getting ready for the first butter of the day. Probably not, but
I see a lot of smoke and
Remember-
fire on the runway, so I'm not
Yeah.
quite sure what's going on there.
remember, landing rig is alive. Just saying.
All right, I'm at 2,000 feet.
My plane here. Let's go.
There's your length. I went and still dynamic LOD is perfect for airline flights and performance.
I'm gonna look at that after we land. I'm curious about it. I don't think I've ever heard of dynamic LOD. All right, flaps 40, 6 nautical miles out.
Oh, look at the who else is flying with us? RBN?
Yeah, RBN.
Okay, so RBN just cut right in front of me.
Whoa,
Right in front of
we're
me.
not racing here.
Not cool.
All right, autopilot's off my aircraft. King, are you flying with your AY210?
I am.
Do you ever have it where when you turn off AP, it kicks back the yoke?
I have not had that happen. Oh, that's a butter. 192. I'll take that. Any
You
day.
son of a gun. All right, I gotta beat 192. The pressure's on now. We're floating this all. Well, I can't float either. Son of a.
You know, it would help if I put my reversers on to try to slow this stupid thing
Oh,
down.
jeez. All right, 192. I gotta get 150. I'm aiming for 150. I got NewSky though, so I can't float it.
I have to. I kind of personal opinion, but I think this 777 is like a butter machine. If you could,
If you figure it out, yeah, for sure.
It's a lot easier to land in that FENIX plane.
Oh yeah. FENIX is tough. As we got master copy coming in. All right, looking good. Winds a little bit of crosswind here.
Approaching minimum.
Pilot off.
Let's see if I can catch you guys.
A hell of a crosswind. A little bit of rudder.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20.
Idle it.
10.
Sit down gently. Come on, get down, buddy. Come on there. Oh, that felt good, Billy. Oh boy. We'll see what it is. That felt pretty damn good. Whew, that felt under 100. Alright, gotta get off the runway here. Got master copy on his way.
Don't mind my parked plane there. I'm just trying to catch you guys landing here. So I want to see what you guys are doing.
Laps up. Spoilers disarmed.
Is there a add-on airport for Memphis, or is it?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure who makes it. I have it. It's great. They just had an update come out a couple months back. Oops, shoot. But
easy. I'll be the one to be all in the grass.
all right, see if we can catch master copy.
That's it. To the left a little bit, guy.
I see him.
Yep.
840.
God, I love this game. I really do.
What other game
It's not even funny.
like what other game can you sit there and after thousands of hours and being like, holy crap, this is so cool? You know what I mean? Very
And
few
still
titles.
Say that. Exactly. You're exactly right. Here he comes.
Well, just a little, just a hair.
Better nail this. It's going out to all my 172 subscribers.
Oh, it looked pretty good to me.
I was gonna say that looks pretty damn good.
Damn, that was very good.
Yeah, we'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't in the grass.
Quote of the day: it wasn't in the grass. This was fun. I like this.
We'll do this. We'll have to do it more often here.
Yeah, P2 had one a couple weeks ago where we did Flight 2, which was we did like 3 different locations in Australia, I think it was.
Yeah, I was working that day.
Yeah.
What livery are you using, Master Copy?
The Valor one.
Okay, well, you're Saudi Arabia for me.
Oh.
I was like,
He's
that's
American for me, so go figure.
I was like, that's a choice, but all right, now it makes sense. Keith, what server? We're on the East server, U.S. East.
Like you're kind of like sniffing my tailpipe.
Listen, I'm just looking at the beautiful. You got to get your flaps up there, buddy.
Oh, good point.
I'm just a backseat driver here.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah, his flaps are down.
They're coming up now. I'm a rookie pilot. I've only flown 20 billion hours.
Let's see. Is it good to land with your wheels overtake? Hold on. Is it a good landing when your wheels overtake you on the landing? What now? When your wheels overtake you on the runway? I'm confused. All right, we got RBN coming in next. Yep. Let's see if we can catch him or them. In the 319. If King Bob's stopping. Oh, maybe not. Thought you put the.
Come on. Big ass 777. Come on.
Look a little high there.
Yeah, kinda. No.
Yeah.
319. It looks like.
Yep.
I haven't flown to Phoenix in forever.
Oh, I love my Phoenix.
I'm just gonna exit here. Take this turn right here and go to. I don't even know where FedEx parks here.
You straight ahead is where you're supposed to go. Ooh, look at that crab he's in. He's crabbing hard. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Come on, RBN. You got it. That's a great crab. I like it.
The problem is the
Nice.
cargo I have in the back of this FedEx.
Hold it.
You can't really go to FedEx.
You got that moonshine?
Call it that.
P2, welcome in. Had a brunch that became a lunch. No problem, P2. Life is life.
This is probably not a place where I could park, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because why not? My sim will do what I want.
It's my sim. That's the thing that like it's so crazy. Like so, I post a lot of videos on Instagram. You know, daily video on Instagram for my landings, and it's like your pappies are wrong. You're landed too high, and I'm like, just you know, first off, the pappies are a lie. Depending on the airport you're at, can be a complete lie, and just enjoy the video.
To your point about the pappies, have you noticed with SU6 they've gotten better?
No. My flight this morning into where the hell did I land into the Bahamas? I was all white when I was right on the glide slope based on what the A220 was telling me and what I visually looked at.
Yeah, I saw that in the change log, and I'm like, oh, did they make adjustments? But hey, to your point, it's your sim. You fly it the way you want. If you don't want to fly real weather, if you want to fly in perfect conditions, if you want to fly the FENIX, which is a crap aircraft, just saying.
Whoa! Dang! Oh, well done.
Where did the rim shot come from?
Oh, is that P2?
Hello, that was me.
Oh, P2
Sorry,
comes in with just a. That was well done, P2.
You know, hey, you fly it the way you want to fly it. Who cares if your SOP is perfect?
Yeah.
Don't care. Turn on every light you want. You know what? It is what it is. So.
9.97 on my score. Okay, that sucks.
Good job.
Now I want my 10. All right, what my landing rate? Damn, you got me beat, King Bob. That's 206. Damn.
I got 204.
Oh, damn. Son of a gun.
Well, I
How
mean,
was your flights?
they don't call me a king for nothing, and my wife is over here agreeing with me at this point. So she's like shaking her head, it's like, what are you doing?
Well, hey, do y'all want to do one more short flight?
Where are we going?
Let's figure it out. I'll bring up the random dude. Random flight generator. P2, you want to join us?
I missed it completely.
This was good. This was fun. Atlanta to Memphis. All right, let's do. I'm gonna put in 150 to 200. All right, we're gonna do one random flight. Here we go. Ready? Oh boy, here we go. I'm nervous. New Zealand. NZNR to NZAA. They want the DC8. Or sorry, they want the. What is that? That's the. What the hell's the DH8C? Why can't I think of this plane? The prop plane.
I can't join. I have to go for a
-8.
Haircut after this.
Haircut?
Yeah. I'm going on a work trip next week, so I have to do my haircut.
Okay.
I look like a mess.
All right, I'll put in the codes here in chat. I'll put them in the YouTube chat in case anyone else wants to join us. All right, there they are. This is it's a short little hop. I don't think I have any third-party airports for this one.
NZNR to NZ.
Holy, is a 777 gonna get out of here? I'll make it work.
I'm taking the 220. Seems like a good plane for this. And let's see what livery. I don't think I have anything that's gonna work for New Zealand, but we'll go Swiss.
NZ.
All right, so what is it? NZNR. Napper. And runway 34 is what we're expecting for departure.
So what we got here? NZR. Oh, it's almost dark time there.
Makes it even more challenging.
NR. Okay.
Oh, it's raining. It's gonna be fun.
Let's see. I'll take parking 10.
Has anybody else been able to figure out the spoilers and flaps through SPAD, or is everybody using the in-sim controls?
I'm in sim. I think Bob was partially using SPAD, but I think you switched over, right?
Yeah, I've gone back to the default.
Yeah, SPAD is just too much to configure. What I might do is just for, your generic flaps, spoilers, throttles, reverse, pedals, brakes, nose wheel. I think I'll just stick to InSim, and anything extra other than that, I might just use something else.
That's a good idea.
Good point.
My flight imported. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Change aircraft. Son of a Bob. Son of a Bob.
So we are in the land of the hobbits.
The hobbits.
New Zealand is one of my favorite places to fly.
I want to go there so bad, IRL. I think it'd be so cool.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's see if this works.
I'd put in an expression of interest with the New Zealand government to immigrate there, and they keep sending me emails like, hey, we have a job available for you which might meet your skills if you want to move. I'm like, that ship has sailed, my brother. That ship has sailed.
Let's see. Captain Robin says I'm loving Sim Update 6, better FPS. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna go ahead and test out. I'm gonna increase my LOD. I'm gonna go to 200.
All these SU6 updates definitely make me interested to fly again. I heard Flow Pro also got updated. Bob, do you still have that bug where Flow Pro doesn't load for you automatically?
There was a fix for it the other day. Basically, auto loaded up to the latest and greatest, basically, and it fixed it.
Good. I might just upgrade that. I need to find time.
There we go.
And nobody uses Rex Atmos anymore?
Actually, Keith was talking about it in chat. He uses it, but I don't use it. I don't think. I think a lot of people kind of got rid of it at some point.
Okay.
80.
I kind of find after SU5, atmospheric conditions have looked better in this sim.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite up to Rex Atmos, but they've definitely changed. Where I don't think you really need it anymore, but
I think it could help in some instances for sure.
yeah, I was watching a video earlier today about Rex Atmos and using the new. There's a new weather strata something or other.
Yeah, I heard about that. 10:52:30. I got real spoiled with PMG planes where they auto import all the crap. You go back to entering all this manual stuff. I didn't come here to push buttons. Oh yes, I did actually.
Your job, man. Come on.
Did you see somebody messaged in MSFS chatter, what's the server? So I just replied, we're a Christian flight sim server.
Yeah, yeah, that's they're flying with us. Right there, over there by Bob right now. RBN.
Oh.
Execute. All right, performance.
Who's this Christian you're talking about? Just kidding.
Bob, are you gonna get off the ground here in a 777?
Want to give him my best. Hey, look, I made it out of Portland, Maine, on one of our things, which on a smaller runway, so I'll make it work. I always do. If not, then it'll be one of those mentor videos.
At time 23:44, the engines roared to life. The airplane barreled down the runway. And barely when the airplane reached 120 knots of speed, the pilot exclaimed, "The runway is going! The runway is going!"
I love it. I really do. This is what's great about this. I hate to say it, but just this. Let's get over here.
Whenever I watch a mentor pilot video, the first thing I notice is he calling it an incident or an accident? If he says it's an accident, and I'm like, no, not in the mood.
Not in the mood. Set engine. Repeat. All right. I think I'm finally ready.
Wow, we're going full takeoff, so let's see if this rocks me out of here.
We doing 3-4?
Yeah, 3-4.
Okay. Route. Good. Grand. Beautiful. All right. All right. Engine startup time. This is going to take a while. Okie dokie. Let's see. Where's master copy? Oh, there. You're invisible.
All right, folks, I'm heading out for my haircut. I'll just keep watching the stream. See you in
Sounds
the
good.
chat.
See you later.
Me too.
Later.
Have a good one.
All right. Flight level. Wait a second. 210? Speeds are 177. RBN says, why can't I see you guys? I can see you. I think you're really close to King Bob. I think that's why you can't see him.
Be on top of me.
Yeah, because I can't see Master Copy because he must be like right next to me.
0 kilometers.
Yeah, you're right to my left.
Ah, okay. Let's see, trim for 2.
We got 3-4 left out of here.
3-4. Shouldn't be a left. Oh, we got backtrack. Oh, hold on. Is there a small little? Oh, there's one little road. I don't think that's meant for traffic. All right, engine 1 good. Sorry, 2 good. Engine 1's next. Oh, I heard someone's engines.
Over Catneck 5,500. Temperature 6.7. UN 8.1.
This is going to be very interesting.
Famous last word.
I think I'm the only one flying an actual. Oh no, 319 can fly out of here. All right, so me and RBN are flying sensible planes. The 321 should be okay. 777, I want to see that one. King Bob, I need you to be last so I can see you depart. You should try a review of Skylink comms. Skylink comms. What was that again? Is that other ATC program? That like it's like route based only.
Connect 2,500 and 3100. For Catneck 5,000.
Oh, this is gonna be probably beautiful to look at. I haven't been at 200 terrain detail in forever.
Advise on the initial contact. You have information 0.
Of course, the weather is not available.
All right.
Jeez.
2 stable engines. APU is off. And I think we're good to go. Alright, I'm making my taxi, folks. Parking brake released. Backtracking.
I'll be going.
King says, just jumped into a test of multiplayer in the Southwest plane. Nothing wrong with that. I've flown so many different liveries, and I've flown Southwest in, I think in New Zealand before. I'm just too lazy to jump out and change liveries. I'm like, ah, whatever, it's good enough.
Again, it's your sim. Do what you want. Have fun.
Plus, like, you're in the cockpit most of the time.
You want to fly United in the Ukraine? Go for it.
All right, here we are. I'm not using ATC on this flight. I'm just gonna go on my own. It is interesting. There's like no traffic here, but I bet you they're all on the other server. What's the there's the East server for like Southeast server, right? South Asia something. They're probably on that server.
Looks good. Looks good. Heck with GSX. We don't need them.
I think the last plane that came out that I put so many hours into from the get-go was the 737 in 2020.
The PMDG 737?
Yeah. When that came out in 2020, I think, for 2020, I didn't touch any other aircraft forever. There's like no way to turn here. This seems kind of weird. Yeah, I think we're going in the grass. Definitely you are, King Bob.
Yeah, well, yeah, hey. We're going to see a lot of interesting departures here today. Oh, so I got to go all the way down there. I see. Interesting.
Ooh, I could.
Master copy is in an American Airlines Medal of Honor livery. I did a little backtracking here. I like that livery. I don't know if you're actually using it, but that's actually...
The Medal of Honor is really nice. I like that one a lot. All right.
Southwest over here, Calgary. Oh, yeah. Okay, the way it wants to send me doesn't really look like it would be a taxiway for a 777, just saying.
All right, here I go.
Like takes off, exactly. Backtrack.
Toga. Oh my god, I'm barely gonna get off the runway here. Holy cow. Wow, okay. Have fun.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say, you got to the captain bars there on the opposite end of the runway.
Oh boy.
RBN's going now, so I don't know who that is, but let him do his thing. I actually landed this plane, the 777-200ER in Key West the other day. It was
Really? In Key West?
Yeah, it was basically, you know, over the, you know, the piano keys, you know, like at 30 feet. Like I made it somehow.
Jeez. Oh my gosh, 200 LOD is freaking incredible. I don't know if I can go back.
Not quite sure that's the saying. Let's just say it.
Captain Robin says, no, it's full ATC immersion with cabin crew. Interesting. Skylink comms. I thought I looked at them before. Skylink comms. Let me see what this is now. Real aviation. Determination. What? Cabin crew co-pilot. No hallucinations.
Hallucinations?
No hallucinations. What's the fun in that? Yeah. Alright, see it.
Clearance, Jetstar 345, IFR to Sydney, with information kilo, request clearance.
Jetstar 345, cleared to Kingsford Smith via the Sanig 2 departure, then as filed, climb and maintain 5000, departure frequency 118.0.
Wait, what? Compatible with the Xbox and PlayStation? How the hell is that possible?
Kingsford Smith via the Sanig 2 departure, then as filed, climb and maintain 5000, departure frequency 118.0, squawk 3756, Jetstar 345.
Jetstar 345, read back, correct, contact ground when ready for pushback.
Is that traffic from the sim? What is that traffic?
Unlocking gear. Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Let's see.
345, request taxi.
Jetstar 345 taxi to holding point Bravo 9 at runway 01 right via Charlie 3 in Bravo.
Differential braking will make the day
Taxi
work.
to holding point Bravo 9 runway 01 right via taxiways Charlie 3 and Bravo.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, this runway so short. All right. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Famous last words.
PC. So we got Skylink Copilot, Skylink ATC and Copilot, cabin crew, comms. $80 one-time purchase is a little bit of money.
Wow.
And there's no trial version.
Come on, V1, let's go.
I suppose I can reach out to them and see if they want to send me a free trial. I'll try anything for free. Well, that's not true.
By the way, a 777 can, at my V rotation speed of like 150, can get off that runway. So
that is crazy. Let's see. Keith says, Master Copy, if you want to save hassle with Atmos, AB Msfs for the weather and Airborne Geek realistic for the other two.
The Airborne Geek is the one that's supposedly like the gold standard for Atmos. I don't know if
Yeah, I was using his before. Key says, Lex, that's the beauty of dynamic LOD. You can tell it what you want, and it will turn up to 200 LOD. Oh yeah, I was looking at that. Dynamic LOD. What is that now? Dynamic LOD. Oh, it is from the same people. Wait, hold on a second. What the hell? Reset squawk. The same people that do auto FPS. What the hell? They're making a competitive product?
Go figure.
So, further fragmented from LOD. Now fully compatible with 2020 and 24 in one app. Automatically detects and displays MSS version. What the hell? It's the same thing. It messes with the clouds and the LOD, same thing that auto FPS does. I don't understand what is the difference between the two of them. Alright, which one? Oh, here. What should I use, dynamic LOD or auto FPS? Essentially, both apps are intended to give you better overall performance, but with different priorities to achieve it. They both lower LOD up and down, blah, blah, blah. They also both do that. All right, what's the differences? Differences are dynamic LOD provides user set tables for LOD at specific altitudes. Okay. Okay, so you can set at altitudes for dynamic LOD, whereas auto FPS is, you can set the one LOD altitude.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting for sure. I'm not going to use this though, because I was finding auto FPS was causing me more stutters than helping me.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you noticed that of late?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they need to do maybe something to do with SU6 or whatever, but...
Yeah, I don't know when it started either. But it might have been when I first tried out Sim Update 6 Beta. So that could be, and then there was like stuff that was hanging over, I guess, yeah. Let's see, direct, delete this, execute that.
Looks good. This is a short flight.
Yeah. Holy crap, RBN's way the hell ahead of me already, 12 nautical miles.
Flying at 319, yeah.
Master Copy's over there, King Bob's over there. Why am I so far off course, y'all?
319's a lot of, well, that's, what are you flying?
The 220.
That explains it.
Sorry. Damn, that was well done. Well done.
It's in my hangar. I just haven't really, gotten a chance to really experiment with it much.
That was well done. Oh boy.
I want to like that plane because I'm going to have to eventually fly that plane.
It's your plane, man, because New Jersey? Come on now. JetBlue flying out of there?
To your point, we have family in a place in South Carolina that we have to go to, and Spirit used to go there all the time. Now it's Breeze. Well, Breeze flies out of Trenton 2 days a week, and what do they fly? Two goes. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna eventually be flying on this plane. So it's like,
okay.
Breeze. Plus, how can you not like Breeze with their call sign is Moxie? So
Yeah,
it's like...
that's such a weird thing. I was so intrigued that I had to research it and figure out why. And
wait, you're in New Jersey?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Master Copy. I forgot you're there too.
Dude, right? He's next door neighbors. I'm up in the Hudson Valley.
Nice. Jersey proud of Central Jersey here toward the new city, or the city of New Brunswick. Rutgers. Everybody knows where Rutgers is.
Oh, Rutgers. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to Jersey tomorrow. I'm going to Mawa.
Nice. Yep. Up north. I'm literally in... You go out on my back deck here, and when the pattern flies people into Newark onto 4 left or 4 right, they literally come over my, I can point out the planes. Hey, that's a this, that, and everything else. I absolutely love it. And bores my wife to death that I'm pointing this.
Yeah, you seem like a nerd.
It is what it is. I'm like, one of these days, maybe one of those puppies are gonna come falling. No, hopefully.
Oh, jeez.
Exactly.
I went dark real fast.
Well, it makes you think, because you're in the path of where these guys are going every day of the week. It's
yeah. Yeah. Irishman has. He's right over. Which one is it? I think it's Orlando Executive.
Yep.
So he gets to see little business jets all the time fly over him.
It really is cool. I could sit out on my back deck and just, pull up like Flight Aware or Flight Radar and point out, hey, that guy came from San Fran, or that one came from Charlotte. And it's like,
I want to get one of those. There's 2 at least I know, but they're like plane spotters, but it's like a little screen and it tells you what plane's like right above you, whatever. Kind of want to get one. They're a little pricey though, like $200 almost.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like I could probably get something super cheap. Just get a monitor and get a Raspberry Pi or something. Throw it up and good to go.
I love Raspberry Pi. It's delicious. Oh wait, you're talking about.
That's the wrong pie.
Oops.
He says get the newest version. I did run with the newest version of Auto FPS. I did a full uninstall of it and reinstall of it, and it was still causing me stutters because I was trying to do everything I could to say it wasn't that. But I think I do truly believe, because ever since I got rid of Auto FPS, first I disabled it from auto launching with the sim and was doing testing with stutters. It's not so much, it's more of the 1%. That I would, that's where the stutters happen. And it likely could be just RAM related because I'm limited, to 32 gigs of RAM. So it could very well be just that app. Same with GSX, well, no, GSX issues, it wasn't with performance, it's more of just its weirdness it does sometimes.
It's GSX is just GSX basically.
Yeah. When it works, it's really cool. It's really freaking cool.
Love-hate relationship with GSX. Either, sometimes it works great and sometimes it's like, you sit there banging your head against the desk about it. So
yeah, when it like tries to move me into a building, then I'm like, all right, now I'm just annoyed with it.
I notice you're not using it anymore, huh? You're not using it anymore, huh?
Well, I have it installed still. I just don't have it auto launching. So if I want to, I can launch it up and then use it within the flight. But I'm gonna go back to using, for the time being, ProFlow pushback again.
I got to thank Jay. He introduced me to a EFB mod for the PMDG planes that
I forgot about that.
Have the GSX integration built into it, which is kind of cool. And like I said, it mostly works. It's GSX. So. But no matter how bad or good GSX is, it's never their issue. You just use the forums, and that developer's like, no problem.
He's apparently And see, that's the difference between some developers, because you get developers like Beyondatc. Rarely do you ever see them ever going against someone if they put a question or a comment in Discord. And the same with FENIX. FENIX is very open with like, that's a problem. We're working on it.
We have.
But like PMG, you criticize them and they'll be like, well, no, you're flying it wrong. Or, we saw a little bit with the A220. Now, to be fair, the A220 is a different plane and people were actually flying it wrong. And we've learned from that.
Well, you were at the expo. Those A220 developers, if they were 20, they were old.
Yeah.
They were so young. I'm like, come on.
I'm excited for them, man. I think they could really do something major with the sim. Like, if this is their first plane they're working on, who knows what they're working on in the future. Now they got some money in their pockets. They got a connection with any builds. Hell, they could easily become the next working title for Asobo. You know what I mean? If they want to go that direction. I would love to see them become Asobo, employees and just start building high quality aircrafts right there. With that money, with that backing and support, it'd be huge.
It just makes you wonder that, okay, look, they've teamed with any builds, and any builds typically when they release 350s, whatever, performance issues.
Yeah.
Anything to do with any builds?
Yeah.
When it comes to that, or is it like,
I freaking love the O'Hare any builds, but I don't have it installed because that performance is just not great.
Horrible.
I can't deal with those stutters, man. Like, it's so beautiful to look at. And I'm so pissed I don't have it right now. But
yeah, it's weird because you get something like that to an airport you frequent, and you're like, oh, I know this location.
Yeah.
Like, I can walk through the Drewski, Newark airport implementation. I'm like, I've been here.
Yeah,
It's like, it's cool.
He says, remember when I told you how to change your Chaseplane settings to each plane without full configuration? Just try the dynamic LNT. You did tell me that, Keith. You did. Okay, I will try it. Oops. I will try it today. I'll try it off stream, see how it is, and then if I like it, there'll be a video on the channel. That's how I normally do it.
Wow, King just flew right past me.
RBN says I'm slow. I'm going 240.
I am in a 777, so you know. I could be in a 666, but that probably wouldn't be all that great.
All right, what are we getting for runway landings? I got 2-3.
I have 2-3 left.
Okay.
You too?
2-3 left.
Perfect. All right, so we all got 2-3s. Beautiful. I love this plane. I don't know if I ever said that before, but I absolutely love this plane.
The 220? No,
220.
you have not. Never said
I
that
know,
before.
it's weird. I was hoping I was
wanna
going
like
to.
it. I want to like it because I love the way it looks.
Ah, it's so weird
such
looking. It's so cool.
I think it looks like a sports car.
It
It's
does.
Like this looks like the Ferrari of planes.
Yeah,
It's like-
the nose is weird. It's like elegant, modern. I love the cockpit. It's perfect. I don't know. It handles incredible. I love just the feel of it. I love the unique quirks of it. It makes you have to fly a little bit more. You know, like.
and that is what I like. It's kind of a mix. It's not press a button Airbus. It does everything for you. It's got a little bit of Boeing in it. It's got a little bit of Airbus in it. It's got a little bit of Embraer in it basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like got everything.
It's a damn good plane. It's a lot of fun.
I can't wait to fly it one day. I know you were looking for tickets to fly
Yeah.
from point A to point B. And the one part about it, it's got 2 seats on the left side and 3. I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, we could sit.
Oh, does it?
together Alone.
It's like the
exactly.
Embraer?
It's a 2 and 3 configuration. Exactly.
Oh, I didn't know
So it's
that.
Perfect.
I didn't notice it. Oh yeah, it does. Yep. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
2-3 config.
The Embraer is great because the Embraer has, for first class, it's like the first, I think it's the first 3 or 4 rows are 1 seat and then 2 seats on the right. So I got to sit by myself. It's great.
I've only flown in first class one time in my life, and it was because I don't know if you guys remember, there was an airline called People's Express way
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yep.
My mom worked for People's Express, so she could get standby tickets. And the standby tickets we were flying from Newark to Portland, Maine, and if everything else was booked and there was free stuff up, but there was empty seats in first class, that's where they would put you. I got to fly in first class. But the cool part about the whole story was that I'm sitting there in first class with my dad, and I am window seat, and he's like, watch the wings. I'm like, I'm probably 10 or 12 at the time. I'm like, why am I looking at the wings? He's like, because that's how planes fly. The wings will flap. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at the plane and waiting for the wings to flap like a bird.
Like a bird.
Why is the USB on this upside down? There's a USB that's straight and then the USB upside down. Why is that like that? Is that in the real plane? That's got to be in the real plane. It seems like it's a purposely done thing. Huh.
Only you would notice that, because I wouldn't.
Hey, this is like the one time I've ever in the back of a freaking in the cockpit. Normally I disable them if I can. Does it have a flushable toilet?
No, that doesn't work on there, does it?
The shades and stuff go down on that plane, though, right?
I think so. Let me see. Yep, shades go down. Shades, the door, the luggage compartments go down.
Was the iFly the first to do that stuff? I think it was.
Probably. I could see that, yeah. I can open the door mid-flight. It could be dangerous.
Just a wee bit.
Oh, see what happens. That's kind of like hitting what? Alt F4?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I would never forget that.
Oh my god, that was terrible. All right, King, whenever you get to fly on this plane in real life, you need to take some pictures of the cockpit.
I will definitely do that.
Seems like everything there you can pretty much move, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You know, I should try once. I should try flying with just using the mouse on the joystick, on the side stick. No actual peripheral, just control it with just moving the mouse.
Good luck with that.
That would, yeah.
All right, Keith says, Olex, Asobo not likely vids on auto FPS and dynamic. Oh, hold on, what now? Asobo not likely videos on auto FPS and dynamic carefully. I was linked at the site you quickly visit. Okay, so the site that I was on. Perfect. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out later on today, just to kind of see.
What's the name of it again?
Dynamic LOD. It's in the same people that make auto FPS. Apparently, the difference from what I was reading there, the difference is the fact that auto FPS, you can set in there where it'll automatically, figure out crap based on your FPS, whereas dynamic LOD, you can set altitudes. So like when you hit 2,000 feet, yeah, LOD goes up to 125, and at 4,000 feet, it goes up to, 150 and whatever.
Oh, okay.
So instead of it trying to figure out the math and compute in the background, it's just going to do it regardless.
It's going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Which I can see the advantages of that, because like King Bob, you were saying earlier, when you're flying, 30,000 feet in the air, you don't really need 400 LOD.
Right. It doesn't make any sense to have, because you're not really, what are you really looking at?
Yeah.
So it's like,
this is what we're looking at, clouds.
Wasn't Dynamic LOD didn't that come out before Auto FPS?
I could see it. Oh yeah. Dynamic LOD has been out since 2020.
I was gonna
just
say,
never got the hype.
That was, yeah.
It probably never got the hype because I think Auto FPS just does a better job for like low and mid-range systems, where Dynamic I think is gonna be more ideal for the higher end systems, where it's like I got good performance, but I don't really need 200 LOD on the ground, so let's drop it down to whatever 50 or something.
Right.
Although I think the sweet spot is 70. Anything lower than 70 is where when you come in for the arrival, the runway's not very clear.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Now, coming from a kingly system like I have, who needs that auto?
The money system.
The money, yeah.
I told my wife, hey, if I were to mysteriously disappear, just go ahead and sell my system. You'll have a boatload of cash.
Yeah, it's especially in today's market.
Nowadays, exactly. Yeah. Hopefully, we get back to better days. When we can, actually build a system that,
Did you see? There was an article recently from some well-known media company. And anyways, it was a scientist guy who was saying that the prices of RAM now are actually probably what they should be based on technology advancements, and that the prices of RAM went down when they shouldn't have gone down. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Typically, when things get better or more effective, they find ways to reduce the cost, which means lower the cost of the product as we advance. Why would they go up? And why would they have been lower and then went up now? I don't understand the logic.
Makes sense. I mean, think about it. I mean, just think about things like hard drive prices going back into like the 80s compared to what they are now.
Yeah.
Even though they're more elevated now than they were, but they were, you're paying for megabytes worth of storage that were astronomically bigger than what they are nowadays. It's like, technology improves, you expect that stuff to come down in price, but but it's all this AI stuff. I think that's a lot of the
that's what hurt us within the PC market, electronics, whatnot, is these companies buying out all these things for AI.
Yeah, they're putting up AI farms and warehouses, you know,
Yep.
here, there, and every place else, and gonna be the death of us all. Just saying.
And there's gonna be a crash at some point, and that might mean you know, they'll sell all of these parts, and they'll be cheap on eBay.
Yep.
$50 for a stick of RAM.
Exactly.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is relying on this whole AI stuff. You know.
Oh, they're
Short of-
screwed. They're gonna be screwed.
Short of NVIDIA has no I mean, they do have AMD obviously out there as a competition, but somebody's got to step up to the plate and really, you know.
This
say,
is
"Hey,
like the
look."
time to do it as well, because like I thought Intel was going to be it with their cards.
Yeah.
I was like, this is promising. They're not going after the high end, which is fine. Going after that low and mid tier level.
That's where the money is.
Yeah,
You know?
that's where all the, you know, get in with Dell and HP, you know, all these pre-builts and get them out there.
Yep.
But whatever happened. I know Intel's scared because they're like, well, AMD's right on our asses with the chips. We can't really lose money, you know, right now. But they're Intel. Although I guess you can say the same about IBM. IBM used to be, you know, the master of all computers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now it's like, what the hell do they do now? IBM, what? They exist still, but they're not even close to what they used to be.
What's the old phrase that IBM stand for? I blew money or something like that?
There's one company I don't ever see ever going away, and that is Microsoft. Windows dominates the OS market. There is no changing that. There is absolutely, they were smart. They found a way to get in. There is no changing it. Apple's made progress with, you know, with the Mac, and Linux always takes a little bit more, but nothing to be concerned about at all.
Just from personal experience in my corporation where I work at, it's 90% Microsoft, 10% everything else, basically. You know, we do have a small Mac community, but it's never going to be the greater of the bunch, basically. So.
Yeah, no, it's and the reason why
from servers to desktop PCs across, you know, it's just like, you know, just the way it is.
And Microsoft has their own distro of Linux now, so it's like companies, they're like, yeah, we don't want to run Windows. Okay, well, yeah, we have a Windows Linux where you can run.
But you're right, Microsoft, it would be something I don't see ever going away anytime soon.
I can see Apple fucking up, and you gotta think about, there were the big companies in the past in terms of phone, Nokia, right? Where the hell are they?
Oh God,
BlackBerry.
I had a Nokia BlackBerry. I had a BlackBerry.
Motorola.
Exactly.
Right? They all disappeared. They're all giants, and they all disappeared. Apple can disappear too. But Microsoft, you know, Xbox could go away at some point. They probably will. Sony, well, Nintendo will probably be another one of those companies that will probably never go away either. I think Nintendo's got it. They're a smart company.
I love Nintendo.
But we said the same thing about Atari.
And Sega.
Where are they now?
Well, they still exist. They just don't do anything like they used to. Ooh, nice view, RPN. RBN. I keep saying RPN.
I keep saying R&B.
RMB. The question is, and I hate to think about this, when will Microsoft abandon Flight Sim?
They better not.
I think I'm too high. Why am I not descending? How far am I? Oh yeah, I'm way too high. What the hell's going on? All right. Vertical speed.
I started to go low. When I saw King going low, I started going low. I went off of him. It's kind of weird with no ATC.
I know, it's so quiet. But I'm like, I can't have all these voices in my head other than and the actual voices in my head going.
Actual voices in your head.
Yeah, that's just too much.
Yeah, we all have them, so I was just saying.
Keith says the whole point of he's really. I think Keith has like got some money in dynamic LOD. The whole point of dynamic LOD is seeing the terrain, non-blurry at high altitudes. I repeat, the mountains, and then cranking them down to 70 to 100, depending on your rig at the ground. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I get it. I'm intrigued enough to try it.
Keith's the spokesperson.
He is.
So if it sucks, we're gonna blame him.
Yeah, we're going after you, Keith.
I'm gonna vector myself in here, and I'm not really sure I'm doing this a proper way, but we're gonna make.
So I'm not following you then.
Smart man, right
I'm
there.
making a right now. So it's like, I'm gonna take a shortcut.
I was gonna do that when I'm looking at the path that is giving me. It's
Was
like
it
going past it and then coming back around.
it was bringing you over to the AA. Yeah.
Over the airport and back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna take a shortcut. So
That's why. Yeah, that's why my top of the ascent was so far. It's like, yeah, plenty of space. No, not really.
this is the puzzle piece I absolutely love, trying to figure this mess out.
Yeah.
You know, hey, if I'm not using ATC, that's going to direct me to where I need to go. How do I make this work?
We're going to see, because I see you to the far right now. He's all off in the distance now.
I got to descend 7,000 feet here for that that one waypoint. So let's see if I actually.
Oh boy.
Like...
All right, Lex is somewhere in the clouds, but I don't even see him.
I'm just behind y'all. I'm behind y'all about 30 nautical miles.
Oh, you're behind us.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up some speed here.
Oh.
Hey,
okay.
RBN said I was slow. I clearly am.
I saw RBM in front of me. That's why I thought you was up there with him.
No, he like, y'all like hauling ass. My little H20 is like, nah, we'll make it there when we make it there. Don't worry about it.
Bob is over there to the right. I'm gonna swing around.
It's a nice picture, RBN.
Oh yeah.
It's a game changer for non-5090 rigs. All right, well, Master King Bob, don't worry about getting dynamic LOD.
Oops.
You're the 1%.
Yeah, I wish. Wish I really was in that 1% group. I'll tell you.
I gotta set
Then
up.
I could tell work to go. Hey, bye bye.
I'm retiring extra early. All right, let's see. Temperature 14 Celsius. Damn near wintertime.
Yep.
2:30 at 10.
Actually, isn't it wintertime in New Zealand?
Yeah, I think it is actually. 10, 9.
Oh, that's why it said ice.
What's an ice baby?
I was like, why does this thing say wing ice and then ice not detected? I'm like, it ain't that cold out, but now that I'm thinking about it.
36, perfect. And our minimums are 2, 3.
Man, we're gonna need a coat to jump off this plane.
Boom, boom. So I'm packing up because we're moving sometime in the next couple months. So I was packing up some of my stuff today. I got a bunch of Lego sets, and they're kind of dusty. So I was packing them up, and for for every set I was packing, so for example, I was packing up the Ecto from Ghostbusters, and I'm humming the Ghostbusters music right into my head. And then I'm packing up the Batmobile, and all of a sudden the Batman theme comes into my head. So I had like 8 different soundtracks in my head in like an hour span.
Not too funny.
Oh dear, it's dark.
Oh boy.
I hate the whole moving process. I know we're gonna have to eventually do it someday, but man, I hate it.
See, I'm the lazy one. I'll pay somebody to do it.
Oh, I'm paying someone to move us. I got a pack. I don't want them touching my stuff. They can touch the box, but not the stuff in the box.
All right, there's King in front of me now. It looks like he might have made it on the ILS there.
No, I kind of was way too high, so I got to kind of do a little loop here to catch back to the ILS.
All right, I've just passed 10,000 feet. I am about 23 from y'all.
I see RBM down there.
Yep, just getting ready to land, looks like.
Vector back myself here.
All right, so I might be first coming in. I get to watch you guys coming in now. Since he turning around.
Alright, what's that waypoint? MRAG.
MRAG, yep. I'm crossing it right now. Oh, nice greenery down there.
RJ says, stupid work, I'm missing this.
If it wasn't cloudy, this would be a good scenery right here.
Yeah. Well, there's an easy way to fix it. We are in a sim after all.
Me and my track record and fixing things on flying, not good.
Y'all using the GFX?
No, I didn't get that yet.
Oh man, going through the clouds with it, it's like having what was the one from Parallel 42 in 2020?
Yeah.
Whatever that's called. It's so cool, but it's like 0 resources used in terms of FPS, virtually none, and it's great. I mostly, you know. Oh yeah, it's cheap too. It's like what, $15, and it works for every plane, you know, for the most part. Like, you don't have to worry about buying each individual plane.
Oh, okay.
Everything you want to fly. I don't think it works on the A220 yet. I'm just.
It does. Yeah, they made an update.
No,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Funny man.
Again, I want to get into that 220 because I like small planes. I like the 319. I like the 736. Go figure. So. I like the CRJ. I like things of that nature.
I'm going to grab that GFX as soon as we get off of this.
Well worth it. It's a great
good purchase.
It's a great purchase. Key says, or at least the one that I just started using and I'm so raving about. Okay. Keith's like, yeah, I think Keith's making some money off this dynamic LOD.
I was like, he's still talking about that? I was like, wait, what's he talking about?
It's like when who was the one? Was it P2 was trying to sell me on something?
FENIX?
No. The only plane he flies. Well, he used to fly. Poor P2. He's not even here to defend himself.
Sorry, P2.
All right, 2,000 feet to go.
Flaps out here. Yeah, so my theory is I do range rings. I do a 6, 10, and 15. By 15 is where flaps 1, flaps 5. Now I'm coming from the Boeing world here, so and then I kind of make that work, and I know by that 6-mile range ring that I should be set up for landing.
Okay.
And you're down flaps 30 type deal. Just because again I'm old, so I have to remember.
I have on my tablet Navigraph charts opened, and I look at the nautical mile distance, and that's how I use mine, just down there.
I love using the Navigraph charts on an external. I have a Microsoft Surface which I use for that.
That's what I use too.
It's an old one, but it works perfectly for it. Exactly. Touch screen, I can zoom in, zoom out. It's awesome.
I just actually installed the tablet version of GSX, or not GSX, Navigraph chart, but I think there's still that delay in there, right? Yeah. Oh crap, just broke. Yeah. When you launch it up, it's like pauses the sim.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't even know how to turn that off.
Yep. Good point.
Yeah, it's too much.
All right, we can start slowing this beast down.
We are 2 nautical
RBN
miles.
is on the ground waiting, I guess, because I see he's not moving.
Well, me and King Bob are going to be landing around the same time. Reduce my speed, see if I can give you some space, King. I just turned final. Localizer captured.
Man, if I had to do it all again, I'd be a pilot. I really would.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I absolutely love this.
2,500.
Not that I'm complaining, but again, I see all these pilots that, you know, streamers that stream. I'm in IT. I don't want to go home and, you know, do IT related stuff. I'm not really sure I'd want to go home and do pilot related stuff if I was truly a pilot. Let's say it. It's
yeah.
Like, I've done enough of it.
Oh God, I'm really trusting this A220's auto land right now. A little concerned. Nothing to worry about, folks. He says, nope, just tired of stutters after all these years. I'm running and looking so freaking amazing. Been a dream since Msfs. Since 95. Yeah, I get it.
Wow.
95.
I did 98. That was my first flight sim.
2020 was my... No, actually, that's not true. I had an Atari ST way back in the day and had and I was like, okay, this isn't good.
King Bob just keeps on dating himself.
I'm only 99 years old.
All right, looking good. Slightly off. The path. It's still cloudy for me, but I'm on final. I'm 6 nautical miles out.
Master copy looks like he's in front of me, so
yeah.
How far we've come. Yep, Keith. All right, capturing the localizer. All right, geared down.
Oh, you guys are right behind me.
Sniffing your tailpipe.
I was using plane spotting with Chaseplane the other day, watching Beyondatc traffic. Plane landed, and then instantly did a 90, and then instantly did another 90. It was like drafting. Drafting. It was crazy.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, that's how you do it.
It was only that easy in real life. All right, let's get ready to butter this landing.
I don't have a... I don't have a way to track my landing route.
Crisco this landing.
Crisco.
Touchdown FX. Good little app. Not that I'm part of their, development team. Just
Oh, nice and easy. Pull it back. There, nice. All right, let me get off this runway because I know you got it right behind me.
Come on, Jimmy. You can make it happen.
All right, I would have pulled behind RBN, but he's in the middle of the runway there. I'll take this next one. And then circle off, watch you guys come in.
Is it a crosswind landing?
500.
Looks like the wind's slightly changing.
It was a little, it wasn't much.
Okay. This little A220 though struggles with wind.
Oh, whoa, whoa. I didn't know King was that close, bro. Oh.
Ouch. That was one where I think the passenger, well, this is cargo, but they would have to go to their chiropractor after that.
Let's legs come in here. Turn this real quick.
Hey, any landing can walk away from us, so.
50,
I just cut across the grass. There he is.
20, 10.
Nice.
Whew.
That was a little bounce there.
Little bit. This plane does not like any kind of wind, any kind of crosswind in landing. I don't remember what airport. Is this flight beam? I think I have flight beams. Auckland. It's freaking gorgeous. Alright, unlike King Bob, I bring my flaps up at a proper time.
Oopsie. Hey, look, I'm 2 or 3 beers in, so just, you know.
Oh, man. Alright, Bob, I'll give you the right away here.
What is that? A United? Oh, he's a United plane there, RBN.
No, Lex, you are not going to cut me off here. At this,
I'm slowing down.
I'm bigger than you.
Wow, yeah.
Really cool.
Some crappy weather here, but it's really cool looking.
You ain't kidding.
I love the breakout of the clouds though, like you got part of the ground is lit up bright and then part of it's still in the shadows from the clouds. It's so cool.
That's just him doing his thing and I love it. It's so much better than it was in 2020. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah. All them haters, man. But when 2024 launched, I'm like, you guys are crazy. Get some stutters here.
There's a add-on airport for this one?
Yeah, I think it's flight beam.
Don't tell me that. Isn't that last thing?
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's, I think it's NZA. It's I think they make, like, just New Zealand stuff. It's gorgeous, though. It's a really nice one. I bought it because I was with APL. I was with Air New Zealand for a little bit. So, like, I have to have it.
Nice. I like that Air New Zealand livery.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I like the
cool.
the black one.
How could they not run that plane in, like, you know, because doesn't that attract heat basically?
You would
It's
think,
like,
yeah.
Look at me, I'm stupid pulling a cargo plane into, you know.
Alright, park and brake sets. APU, or sorry, GPU, chocks, and jetway.
Damage on that one. Let's do what touchdown it, or let's, did I do Elevatex on that? What do you guys use for tracking? Do you use Elevatex or Volanta? Or
I don't use anything anymore.
I use Volanta.
I've switched over to Elevatex because they were the no-name guys. Kind of like it.
Alright, the sim definitely doesn't like me being at 200 LOD at the ground.
Oof,
I got one.
280.
Oof.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I got an excuse. I mean, it's a 777 and a, you know, non-777 airport, right? That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
Alright, let's check out this dynamic LOD here. Live on stream. We'll see ya. Alright, he said to try the which release? RC. Try the, where the hell it go? Get the fragility. I don't understand what you're talking about, Keith. Oh, I see. Okay. From them. Okay, I got it. Alright, so, releases, latest. Download it.
And I'm going GFX.
Oh yeah. Try sim. See what it's from. Try sim.
Yeah.
It's $20. Oh, I lied. It's $20. Still, it's a steal for $20.
Well, GFX, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, $19.99.
Do not change configuration. Disable auto start. Create a link. Start.
Wait, you're doing it too?
No, I already own. I'm trying. I just brought it up on the screen so people can see what it is. I thought it was. Oh, wasn't it when it first came out? I thought it was like $15. Maybe it went up after launch, kind of like what Parallel 42 is doing with Chaseplane. All right, it's been installed. Now, what is this dynamic LOD? It's supposed to auto start. Oh, here it is. All right, so here it is on the screen. Running true, connected true, sessions true, camera state 5, pause false, on ground false. What the hell just happened? What's it doing? I did not do any of that. I am on the ground, so it says that's false. That seems weird. Frozen false. Okay, I don't know what that even means. LOD profiles. So, whatever that means. Set active profile, move up. Alright, so here's where you can put your values. So profile name, we're gonna call it Lex. Add profile. Alright, so that at 100, at 0 feet, it's gonna be 100 LOD. Let's change that down. Let's keep it 100. At 50 LOD, or sorry, at 500 feet, we want to keep it at 100. At 2,000, let's do 150. And then at 7,000, so let's do 200 at these ones.
Oh, I see what this does. So it's basically doing TLLD and OLLD.
Yeah.
And you can set the values for, okay.
So everyone is 100. 100. Okay, there we go.
Maybe food pick as well? Well, you gotta have that to run the thing.
I'm not, if it uses FSU IPC, I'm not gonna use it then. Because I don't want to have I don't want to have another thing running in the background.
Another thing running, exactly.
That defeats the purpose. All right, so what's it doing now? It's connected via no. It uses Sim Connect. It says it uses Sim Connect. So that's just another thing using Sim Connect though. So now it should be at 100 LOD. There's really no way to check that, is there? Other than going to the settings?
Other than going into the settings, yeah, I don't think there's a way to check that.
It says 150. I might have to restart the sim for it all to work, I suppose. Pause is true, but it doesn't think I'm on the ground, which is the other thing that's kind of weird. It says false. Let me turn on developer mode, see if that does it. Terrain LOD. Oh, it's doing something. It's dropped it. No, it's bringing it back up. What's the button for, is it, what the hell is it called? Slew.
Shift Z on the default, I don't know
Shift
if that.
There we go, yeah.
No.
And then to go up, let's just test out going altitude. My plane's gonna fall out of the sky because there's no there's no engines.
There it is. Like David Blaine style magic here.
Ooh, really struggling hardcore. Oh my god, it's gonna crash the sim.
But shouldn't it be changing the LO or those values as you go up here?
It should.
In theory.
Let it settle. I'm gonna let it settle here. All right, there it goes. Just settle down. Settle down. All right, what am I at altitude wise? At 13,000 feet. So in theory, it should be at 200 LOD once the plane comes out of the sky.
Dead like there.
Speed.
Yeah, it's not detecting anything because it still says altitude's at 0, vertical speed's at 0.
Oops.
2024 Steam. And let's see what settings are like here. 150. Yeah, it's not changing anything. Key says try a fresh flight.
Uh-oh.
Alright, let's go back to the main menu. I'll try it. Okay, paused, true, sim session is false. That's all good. I'll go back to NZAA. Wasn't designed for slew. Listen, if it wasn't designed for slew, it wasn't designed at all. Alright, let this sim settle down here. It would be nice if it showed... I think it does. Can't tell. On the ground, false. It still says I'm not on the ground. So far, it's not a great showing, Keith. Is it still at my 150? Still at 150. Sorry, I didn't want to put rabbit hole during your street. No, it's fine. I got a couple minutes here. False, true, LOD, app setting.
Right, because even with auto FPS, you actually see it when it changes the those numbers in the settings, correct?
Yeah. So it's saying set LOD to 1, set LOD to 1. So it's supposed to be doing something. Well, I guess the other...
There's your problem. Your plants are at medium.
All right, let's try one more thing here. I don't think I need to do a sim restart because it is detecting the sim. But I'm going to start on the runway. We're just going to take off and see if the LOD...
Sim connect, it should be just detecting it, basically.
Yeah,
so.
That should be just fine. Setting profiles default. Maybe there's something to do with that. All right, now I'm on. Okay, now I'm on my custom setting. That might have been it. Okay, I think I figured it out. Oof. All right, FPS is stable. LOD is figuring out its life. It should be at 100 right now. If it's changing it and I can dynamically see it. Oh, actually, I just noticed dynamic settings on. Why the hell is that on? All right, 150. It's not.
Does it show you in that little thing there, right there? What is that?
The LED in here on the.
Yeah.
Well, it does 1. So it'll go up all the way up to 4. If you know,
Gotcha.
400, it should, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, now let's try to take off. It's gonna yell at us. We're just experimenting here, folks. Live on.
Oh, I see. Right where you're right there at the LOD factory. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Config the flaps, you idiot. Who's flying this thing?
Got a P2, don't just say. Sorry.
I was just getting ready to say P2.
Alright, it's doing some weird stuttering stuff going on. Oh, jeez. And now we're in the purple, and... I don't think this is good. Wow, oh boy.
You got some...
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, let's
Next.
yeah, let's get out of this. Let's close it out. We're gonna test it with it off and see if that same issue comes up.
Who said less is more? Just saying.
Alright, disabled it. It's turned off. Let's try it again. Yeah, turn off dynamic sim. I did, or dynamic sim. I didn't know why. I don't know why the dynamic was on, but it was. I turned it off.
He is saying your CPU struggles. You got a pretty...
I got a 27K. Yeah, I got a good processor. It's better than my 14700. Like, this is without getting. I missed the plane actually. Yeah, it's doing it here too. All right, it's figuring out its life. It's taxing my memory right now. I think it's the plane not releasing the RAM.
Could be the 220, maybe
Yeah.
having issues there. Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the main menu. I want to see if it's...
5's coming soon, so...
Yeah, see, it's not releasing the RAM because I'm still at 28.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be fair. We're gonna restart the sim. Restart the sim.
I don't know, Keith. You're not looking good right now.
And by the way, who's this Streamlabs guy in your stream chat here?
Oh, he's my friend. I call him Mr. Lab.
Keep saying, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, people. All right, sim is turned off. Maybe.
You got almost 6,500 subscribers. So.
All right, sim's coming back. I think it was a 220, that memory bug with the 220.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fair. We're gonna be fair. I'm gonna jump into the PMDG.
Sorry. I want to like the 220. It's just
the 220's fine on one flight, then restart the sim. But it's not good for back-to-backs. Especially there when I was like doing a whole bunch of different things with it.
Wait, it struggles at 200 LPD at airports.
The CPU, well, at that point I'm GPU limited as well. I don't have royalty money for a 5090.
Hey, easy there. Every king after all. Just saying.
Even the master doesn't even have a 5090.
Even the master.
Gold.
They call it Goldfinger.
And like I got to get my stuff in now before I finally retire and I can't afford any of this stuff anymore. That's why.
Fixed income.
Yeah, exactly. Social
Who are you
Security.
telling? I'm retired and doing that.
You are? Damn,
Yeah.
I want to get there. Close, but not quite.
I think this is year. This must be year 4 or year 5, one of the two.
Nice. As Keith says, sheesh, never suggest anything to stream again. I'll use Discord next time. We're just messing with you. We're just messing with you. I normally don't like testing things live on stream, but I figured, what the hell. It's fun to also have you all in chat. We can talk about it. All right, back in the sim. We don't have dynamic LOD on currently.
That damn deer.
All right, then we're going to switch over to the 737. just
It'll work magically.
Yeah. Just got to be fair. We got to be fair and honest. We're doing the 800. Going to the same airport.
Honestly, I have no idea what PMDG does, but they talk about a secret sauce. Their planes are super optimized when it comes to this sim.
Well, because they lower textures where people don't really look.
Well, and I have really no issues with that. Because
I don't
if I'm
either.
not looking, I don't care exactly. So it's like
I'll show you where they save compared to the to 220. Compared to the 220 and whatnot, you'll be able to see it even after their art update with this plane.
And if the developers watch this stream, they are not going to like us.
Oh well. I'm sure they'll survive, or maybe they won't.
All right, let's go in here. What is it? What button is it to? It's a menu. There we go. PMDG load, and then we're going to load into what the hell? Taxi execute. It's alive. All right, what they cheat on is down here. You see how this is blurry? It's super low res.
I never know. To be honest with
They
you.
cheat there. Back here, it's low res. The pedals are low res. You zoom in here. The sides of the FMC here are blurry.
Actually, the pedals you can see big time. Look
Yep.
at all that gunk down there, though. I mean,
This
you wanna
is
see that in high definition, this thing.
the screws here. This is blurred. Up here, you can see lower resolution here. All the
That's their
things.
secret sauce.
The screws, low res. Over here, all low res.
All right.
That's where they
move
do
on.
it. Over here. I'll keep going if you want. The handle here is low res.
Moving back to Phoenix.
None of that is in the 220. 220 is like you can't find any low res anywhere. That is really well done.
So it leads me to think: is it any that is pushing that, or is it Synaptics that's pushing that?
The high resolution? That was Synaptic.
Yeah, for the 220. I was going to
Yeah.
say because
They said they wanted a
because
higher definition. We got it. We just
any planes always have that issue. Like the 350 came out and it was like, a slideshow basically.
yeah. All right, here we are. Stable FPS. I'm maxed or I'm yellow for some reason at my GPU. RAM's at 15. Or sorry, what is that? Oh, physical memory. Okay. I mean, a lot of RAM instead of 5 to work with, and I should be at 150 LOD.
Still says 1.0, right?
150. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying 1.0. That's weird. All right, so 150. Everything's fine. Now, let's bring up dynamic. 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 It's coming up. I don't know why my RAM's so high, or UB News right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Oh, it's OBS. Sucking away OBS power. I'm going to keep it at look at that RAM, the 27.3. Once dynamic, looks like it's actually launched already. I don't see any RAM differences. All right. So now it's launched. It's using which profile? It's used, so I'll bring it back on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Right here it says setting profile. I made my profile, which is here. So I'm going to turn it on. Can I delete this one? Yeah, okay. So now it should just use mine by default, I guess. So it's on. Lex's profile's there. So in theory, we should be at 100 LOD, and then at 2,000 feet, 150, and then above 200. It's not showing the LOD here, which is weird. I know it says VR mode, but it says PC VR. It should show LOD values here, but it's not. So I'll bring that on the side, go back onto it, let frame rate or frame gen do its thing, and let's go test it. Actually, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
See LOD. Is at 150 still. I don't think it's changing it.
I was getting ready to say I don't see any, from a viewer standpoint, I don't see anything different.
Agreed.
Other than this ugly low resolution cockpit.
80 knots.
Ah, silence.
Oops. So, the developer option FPS thing here won't tell you when the LOD gets raised lower?
I thought it did. It used to. Maybe it doesn't.
Right. Still says 1.0, which would I assume would be what you have it set to.
For 100. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to climb to 2,000 feet and see what happens. Sessions true, connected's true, pause is false, on ground's false. It's always been false. I don't think it's changing my any of my stuff.
What are you really complaining about? You're getting 160 frames a second.
Listen, King, I could... Alright, so it should now be at 200, because I'm over 2,000 feet. Or, sorry, no, what was it? 150. Yeah, it should be 150 now. Which I already had it at. We're just gonna fly over. Supposed to try to get my gear up.
You know what the simple solution to all this is, right?
Huh.
X-Plane.
Alright, Plin. Yeah, I don't think it's working. At least for me.
It doesn't seem like it is, exactly. I mean, you've exited the sim, you've come back into the sim, and nothing has really changed.
You see all that cloud right there, Master Copy?
Yep.
That's from GSX. GFX.
Okay.
Yeah.
FX, yeah.
So you can't see your plane anymore. That's how it's supposed to be. And then like there's little things like you'll see like smoke, you know, here, whatever, and exhaust. Oh, that's pretty crappy down there.
I can't, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna fire it back up. I think I got a flight tonight. I'll do.
Interesting enough, King Bob, because you were talking about trying out the RTX HDR. It messes with my colors for the FPS counter too.
Oh.
So when I'm in the clouds, I was noticing the green up here is changing substantially, like washes it out. Huh. Yeah, I don't think it's quite working the way it's supposed to. Because now I should be at, let's see, 150, 150, at 15,000 feet. I'm going to change the, I'm going to change this to that 2,000 feet. I want 400. All right. Now it should be at 400.
Well, not for nothing, but this is kind of unrealistic because is Delta really fly to New Zealand?
Listen. And we are at 150. I don't think it's not working for me. It might.
Doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Yeah.
Maybe it does require. Well, Keith was saying it FSU IPC. So maybe it does require it. It does show SIM connect in here though. SIM connection fully established. And I was showing like LOD1, LOD2, I was seeing that initially, but now I'm not seeing that anymore here in the log. So I don't think it works for me. I think it's broken for me. I think the idea is good.
Or it's just broken altogether.
Or maybe that's maybe it's broken altogether.
I like that.
Magic copy just goes all up in there. All right, let's try some magic now. Let's go 400 LOD. What could possibly go wrong here? I'm going to turn off dynamic frame gen too, or dynamic LOD, just so that's off. Let's see if my FPS just completely tanks.
What can possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Alt F4.
Famous last words. What can possibly go wrong?
It's actually the same. Let's go to weather. Let's clear it up here. Wow, that's gorgeous looking. I don't know if I'll go back down to the 150. Look how far you can see.
It's good looking, exactly.
Look at the FPS still, like, damn.
Exactly.
What the hell? That's frame gen doing this thing, I guess. Alright, is it actually at 400 though? Or am I just like making up stories?
Doesn't it? It doesn't
at 400.
really tell you what the...
Yeah, that doesn't change. It's still 1,000. I mean, sorry, I'm gonna bring it down to 100. Let's see how low, how crappy it looks now.
Meanwhile, the passengers on that plane are probably what the hell is going on?
Are we there yet?
Why are we in like a, 30-degree bank?
Okay, you see how it's like blurry right here? I'm not sure on the stream. It's probably hard to tell. It's blurry down here. Right here. All right, let's try bring it back up.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Like on the stabilizer or no?
No, just on the ground. Give it some time to load in. Ah, still blurry. What the hell? I'm making up stories. Oh no, there it goes. See how? Well, now that's the airport.
Broken as well, for sure. Tough crowd.
But to the point of, if correct me if I'm wrong, but auto FPS, if when it changed the OLOD and TLOD settings, you would see them in the settings, correct?
Yeah. Yep. Trying to get back to where we were so we can
everybody's Coca-Cola's in their lap now.
In their neighbor's lap, basically.
Huh. I'm not really seeing.
Keith goes broken as well for sure. Tough crowd with bad viewers. No, Keith, we're just realists.
I'm actually not seeing any difference between 100 and 400.
That brings up a good point. Where do you actually see that? Is it you have to get super close to see that, or is it just photogrammetry that is, it's...
Yeah. All right, let's try one more experiment. Now I'm just curious about this whole, like, why isn't it making any difference with the appearance? We're gonna drone it.
The old drone mode.
Let's go over here, cargo. Whoops. Uh-oh. I'm not quite sure what I clicked on. See, well, do not try Atmos Core. I don't want to take responsibility. I'm just... It's probably user error, Keith, honestly. It's probably just me. Alright, let it all load in, do its thing. Alright, now we're in. Ah, okay. There's the GPU. Yes, it definitely doesn't like 400 LOD for me.
Oh yeah, you could definitely see the oh well, it's starting to stabilize out.
At 30 FPS.
Well, 30 is apparently enough, according to some people. So.
All right, let's go into drone mode. See if we can crash the sim, I guess. Just, what'd they change the drone mode called? What's it called now? Explorer. There we go. Oh boy.
The heck we run?
Oh,
like a Pentium 2 and a, you know.
Does look gorgeous though. Can't deny it. We're at hundreds
They
now.
changed something here with Chaseplane in cinematic mode. All of a sudden, my keys don't work right anymore. It's weird. I don't know what the heck they did.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that tree in the building there.
Wow, this does look
That's
really...
the greenhouse effect.
All right, look how like clear the road looks.
That actually looks pretty good.
Right? Yeah.
Of the,
Short of the FPS. Now we're looking good at the FPS though. We could turn back to the airport and it goes down.
It's like 30 and change. Yeah, it must. Yeah.
Base is, let's see if did it update here.
What are you running FG wise? 4 times?
4 times right now, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's let's crash the sim. Let's lower the LOD down to 100.
Telling you, this is the next crisis. It's just going to take ages before it can actually find a PC it can run perfectly on.
And you see how blurry the road is already?
Yeah.
And this isn't as crisp anymore. So yeah, there's definitely a difference.
Well, you made a change to your settings there, I noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that I don't think the dynamic LED is working for me.
Yeah.
But I think the happy medium is like 150 to 200. I don't think you really need 400. Like 150 is what I've been running
unless
with.
you're flying really low and slow, I don't honestly in an airliner I don't see what truly the need is for it. So
yeah, look at this. This is just 50 more, and it looks great for me. And the road's obviously not as good as 400, but still, like, very good.
Where did you tweak your settings? I noticed you have your one setting at 70. Did you tweak those for a particular reason, or just
so the building LOD or the object? What's it? Yeah, building whatever it's called.
Oh,
yeah, the building LOD. Yeah, all that does is for. So you see how I don't know if it actually does it for terrain or for photogrammetry stuff. Let me see. To test it.
Because I've always typically run mine at 100, you know, just to get the most of everything. But I noticed you got yours down to 70, so I'm just curious. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for photogrammetry. So what it does, what the building stuff does, is for generated buildings. So like the, you know, like airports that aren't handcrafted, all that kind of jazz. The further you are, the more you're going to see just a square. And the closer you get to it, it will start adding in the detail, like the windows and then the lighting. Yeah.
Okay.
And for me, since most of the world, you know, most of what I fly is IFR, I don't really need the building LED to be higher. Man, this is freaking gorgeous, though. Look at the you can read that sign like crystal clear.
I'm just curious why the people in New Zealand are kind of driving on the opposite side of the highway. Just saying.
You know, it's like nighttime there. It's, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, King.
Doesn't the water in the drain go the opposite way too? Apparently,
it could. Can we read the names on the freighter crates?
What was it exactly?
Look at that. You can.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm still amazed at this sim, even at default settings. It's just what they're trying to depict to us is crazy. The whole world, literally. So
Yeah. If maybe they fix their
complain.
freaking roads
Obviously, we're
here.
gonna get the melted buildings with photogrammetry, and if you get super low, but still, I mean, come on.
I wonder if you can how long you can follow on these cars for. Today's stream is going to be following a car.
Back to its house. Back to it's like...
They do randomly just disappear. I noticed that. Yeah, see that one disappeared there. Yeah, they just kind of they randomly just pop off. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
What Keith say? It's been broken as well for sure. Tough crowd. Zach says, "Why do I get 20 FPS?" And Singh says 400 for GA bush flying. Yep. Terrain deal. Sorry, TLOD is for terrain. LOD is for buildings. Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's gonna be that's gonna be the end of the stream, folks.
Yeah. This was fun, dude.
Yeah. Thank you.
Fun, man.
Thank you both for coming in, hanging out with me. It's been a lot of fun. We'll try to figure out a next one.
Maybe one day we'll get P2 on this stream. Hopefully he listens to this later.
Yeah, hopefully. He'd be like, I thought we were flying. What are we doing on the ground? But obviously, once you, you made the point earlier, King Bob, once you add in traffic of any sort, say intentions, built-in traffic, or beyond ATC, you'll start to get that FPS hit. And then you add in third party.
All CPU intensive, it seems like. It doesn't seem like it's so much GPU, but CPU, so.
Yeah. And the sim's gotten better with using more cores. It's still not using all of your processes like it could. And, as time goes on, they'll tweak it. But again, not everyone has 20. I think I have 28 cores. Not everyone has 28 cores, so. And obviously,
more cores than I have. 9800 X3D. Come on, man.
Well, you're more efficient, though. You got your V-cache. You got all your freaking V-cache with your 5090. All right. Well, thank you all so much for watching today's stream. Thank you, King Bob, and thank you, Master Copy, for flying with me today, and RBN. And who else? Did we have someone else? Singh was in for a little bit as well. Not flying with us, but just popped in a little bit. So
Lex, and everybody else out there, have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as well.
You guys too. Appreciate it.
Yep. Take care, everyone.
Later.